Went to go see Tracy Morgan. A couple of people on his team recognized who I was. And then they're like, hey, Ryan, you want a picture with Tracy? I'm introverted. I don't take pictures with nobody.
Let me guess, you said no.
They said, Ryan, you want a picture with Tracy? Of course he want a picture with me. He been puppy dogging me all night. I'm the reason he do stand-up. I used to do the same thing with Eddie and Morton. I get it. Of course he wants a picture with me. I was like, who? Nobody has ever watched my comedy and went, Tracy Morgan. You're not one of my influences, big dog.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay, stopping by for conversation and a drink today. He calls himself the GOAT of his generation, one of the industry's most talented and up-and-coming comedians. He's been on acclaimed shows such as Curb Your Enthusiasm and Insecure. He's a pioneer in the digital space. He's redefining what it means to be a stand-up powerhouse in the digital era. He's the first person to look for commentary on trending topics. He has a knack for making people laugh online, quickly transition to sold-out shows around the country. He's lauded for his razor-sharp wit, unmatched storytelling, intellectual humor, uncanny observation, and turning everybody's experience into a viral goal. He's a versatile comedic style that has attracted a diverse audience and spans across continents. Your favorite comic, here he is, my guy. What's up, bro?
Yeah, what's up, man? I was listening to the intro like, man, this dude sound all right.
You're like, that ain't me though.
Yeah, nah, man.
So when you hear that, you're like, well, damn, I'm that, I did all that. It's
Yeah.
and it's so soon.
Well, I think I'm still dealing with imposter syndrome. That's what it is. It's like, that's why I'm glad we're gonna have this conversation, because it's like this is the first time I'm gonna actually get to be like really candid about who I am.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm really like introverted, so a lot of people don't really know, and a part of the reason people don't know is because I don't say anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Until you get on stage, but then when you're off of that, people see you, you like off to yourself. Man, you keep looking at that. You want to go? Let's go ahead and hit this, man. You know what? Congratulations on all your success and continued success. Let me know what you think. Now, I know you like brown, but this is the best that you're gonna taste now.
Oh, great. I ain't gotta lie. It's great. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
I appreciate that, bro. So I'm just trying to figure out, how did you jump into the like, you know what? I'm gonna take a different approach. Trending topics, viral videos, that's what I'm gonna do. How did you stumble on that? Did you stumble on that? Was that by happenstance or was it preconceived?
Well, it's so funny. I saw the shift happening.
Okay.
And that was because of DC Young Fly, really. Mm-hmm. I just like to create, so I started creating content, but I didn't really see the power of it until DC. It was probably like 2014. Me and DC was doing a show together in West Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia.
Wow.
And he sold out a convention center. He had just got Wildin' Out or something like that then, but they weren't there because of Wildin' Out. They were there because of the Instagram videos, the Vine videos. And he had pretty much sold out a convention center. And I was like, wait a minute. I know people who are on television who don't sell these kind of tickets.
Right.
And I saw the shift happening, and I'd already started creating content, but that's when I made up in my mind, oh, okay.
I'm going in that direction.
I'm going in this direction because this is different. This is different. And the reason I do commentary is because that's really my wheelhouse. So I wanted to be a journalist. So I wanted to go to school. I was in college. I ended up dropping out, but I was in college for communications, getting a communications degree and a minor in journalism.
Okay.
Yeah. So like hearing that, some people will hear that and be like, oh, that makes sense because of my style. But I always had like a reporter like style to, you know, how I deliver things.
Yes.
So it was just, that was really in my wheelhouse. I didn't know that people would gravitate toward it. I actually thought that people were going to see me as too boring or too like mellow, because in our community, like
we need elevated voices.
Loud and high energy. Yeah, that's what they told us we like.
Yes.
So I didn't see where I existed in these spaces, but I love to create. So I was like, let's try it. And I mean, within a year, gained 1 million followers, and then it started to take off. Yeah.
You remember your first viral video?
Absolutely.
So who did you do?
Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham. Shout out to Odell because
did he see it?
Oh yeah.
What?
Me and him had a conversation.
Oh, come on, man. So
Odell's a good dude, but out of all the people, like he didn't take it well in the beginning, but after we had a conversation, he was really cool about it because I told him it wasn't personal.
Right.
You know, he may not even remember because it was a back and forth on Instagram.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you didn't have an actual conversation.
No, I
with him.
haven't met him. We had a back and forth on Instagram.
Damn, that's a public. Y'all couldn't even be in the
Yeah, he didn't want to do it private. He didn't. He came straight to the page, like,
Damn.
yeah. And, but after I explained my point of view, he was like, I get my point of view. And then he put me on to his point of view. Because at the time I was like, I didn't understand his level of fame. It wasn't that what I was doing was so bothersome. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. He has to continuously see himself, people saying, and then now
saying and making fun of.
Yeah, and then everybody's gravitating to this way. He's like, man, I had enough. And then he
snapped on
he
you.
snapped on me. Yeah. But after, the back and forth, he was like, I get it. And then after that, I never said anything else about him. Because one, I understand everybody just doesn't take it well.
Yes.
So
if somebody doesn't take it well, you're done with them. You don't.
Yeah, I'm done. Because one, I would like it for whenever I joke about things, I do want the people that it's about to be able to laugh at it, unless you're a person that I believe is not a good person, because then I'm talking about you. And
Right.
I don't care how you feel.
You will keep it going.
Yeah, but I didn't have a problem with Odell. So yeah, if I don't have a problem with you, but you have a problem with you not able to laugh at what I'm doing,
Right.
then for me, it's not enjoyable for me.
But you got into it with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he deserved that though.
Oh, man. How you figure the man deserved it?
He
What
deserved
do?
that. Because we had a difference in opinion about basketball.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay, what was your opinion?
Defense wins championships.
Are you some kid to Draymond?
Yeah, defense wins championships. And it wasn't just that. The stats prove that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Defensive teams win championships more than offensive teams. You need both.
You do.
You need both.
But I think he's looking at it from the point of view. He's like, okay, y'all had this great defensive team. You were up 3-1.
Yeah.
You got walked down, and you guys didn't make it to the shower. You was blowing up my phone.
Yeah.
Me and my mom and my family, we're in the Hamptons. We're enjoying some wine and some cheese, charcuterie. And here y'all go knocking on my door, coming to get me. I ain't no defensive. I've never been on a defensive team.
That's true. But you know when he got his best defensive stats? On that team. His most blocks, most everything. Best defensive efficiency while with the Warriors. So it wasn't that he was a defensive player, but he sure helped on defense whenever.
How was their offense?
How was
with
their
KD,
offense?
Steph, Clay?
It's KD.
That's what I'm saying. KD,
Oh,
Steph, Clay.
just like he told them, with Patrick Beverly and them said, I'm Kevin Durant.
You know
who I am, right? That's the thing. When I joke about people, I ain't forget he was Kevin Durant. That's Mr. Durant.
Right.
That's the Durantula. Whenever I joke about people or say these things, listen, Kevin, I would have never said all that. You called me a trash comedian.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was out the rip. I mean,
That was the first response. I was like, I ain't gonna say, what I said wasn't the nicest, but I did.
Damn.
Yeah. So what I said was, because he was like, offense wins championships.
Okay.
And I said, well, it's this type of thinking that may explain why he hasn't won since he left the Warriors. Not the nicest thing.
No, it wasn't.
Not
Why you
the
have
nicest.
to go there? You know that. First of all, you know that's a touchy subject.
Yes.
So you went there. You poking the bear, hoping.
In my defense, I didn't know he was gonna see that. So
You know Kevin Durant's on social media.
it's a lot of comments. It's a lot of comments, Shannon. But
You got a blue check mark by your name?
Yeah.
Oh, so he gonna see that?
yeah, so in my defense, right? That's why I said before, it wasn't the nicest thing to say, but it wasn't. I didn't attack him.
You did.
I don't
You
feel
said
like-
that explains why you haven't won a championship outside of
The
Golden State.
mindset. I think the mindset needs to shift. That's my basketball opinion. I never said he was trash. I think Kevin Durant's one of the top 15 people to ever touch a basketball.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think very highly of his ability on the floor. I think the mindset is wrong. I think he got 2 rings on a team that did really well on defense, in addition to how good the offense was.
Yes.
And the only team in the history of basketball who won without a good defensive efficiency is the Lakers. And that's 2 of the top 5 greatest players of all time on one roster.
But when you look at Kevin and you look at what he was able to do, I think it was, and you're never going to get a consensus on this. Golden State needed Kevin Durant as much as Kevin Durant needed them. So it was what it did is enable Golden State to complete the dynasty, and it gave Kevin Durant validation because he had rings, because he was going to be the greatest player to never win a championship had he not got those. That's bestowed upon Barkley or Karl Malone or someone like that. But he got those rings.
I hear you, but think about this. I believe, because you remember he was up 3-1 against the Warriors that same year with Oklahoma City.
Yes.
I believe Oklahoma City gets it done. I think he brings one home to Oklahoma City. I really believe that.
Yeah, I think he had gotten to the point that he didn't believe that he could get it done.
Because
he was up 3-1. He's like, if I'm up 3-1 and I got games on my home court and I can't get it done, the likelihood and it's not going to get any better.
See, I believe he could have got it done. I believe that Oklahoma City team wins one if they stay together. The reason I come off so harsh in the video is because he said I was trash, Shannon. That you can't say that I'm a trash comedian, because then I got to show you how good I am at this. Man. I got to. So I had, and it was so funny because when I saw it.
So you went deep, huh?
Oh, when I saw it, I had my children with me. So I couldn't even respond immediately, but I was taking them to their moms the next day. I was just hugging them. I was like, "Hey, your daddy about to go viral." Your daddy about to go viral. And a bunch of people hit me. They were like, "Did you see this?" We were like, I saw it. And the thing, I'm a nerd, so research is fun for me.
Yes.
So I couldn't wait. I was like, I can't wait to tell you about yourself. Let me tell you all the things I know about you, Mr. Durant. And when I released it, it went crazier than I thought. For me, it was, and it's so funny. I think people think I think about these things more than I do.
Right.
After I make the video,
I'm done with it.
I'm done with it. I don't care. Yeah.
What is it with you and athletes? Why you got me going digging at them?
Because I love sports. I love sports more than anything. It's like yesterday, I took a meeting and they were like, "What TV shows are you watching right now?" None. I watch sports. I love sports.
Right.
Athletes are like, they're the greatest people in the world to me.
Right.
Yeah, I love athletes. So, and for me, it's just like, I think it's a different kind of genius. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like when I'm watching just Kevin Durant, when I watch him do what he do, it gets on my nerves when somebody goes, he does that because he's 7 feet. You know what I mean? 7 feet, 7 foot players played in the NBA. How many of them played like Kevin Durant before Kevin Durant? 0. Exactly. It's him. Mm-hmm. He's brilliant at what he does.
Yes.
So that's the thing. And I appreciate watching people's gifts. I like experiencing people's gifts. Mm-hmm. So.
Have you seen him play in person?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was before or after you made your video? He might fire on you. He see you in the stands now.
I'm gonna be hard for him to hit. Yeah, he got me by like a foot. Like, he got to swing down to really get me. But I think I saw him before. First time I saw him, he was with the Nets.
Okay.
I made the video when he was in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
So I did see him before that, and I've seen him after that.
Oh.
Yeah. Now when I go to the game, I just like zoom in on the ball spot on his head, and then I go.
Man, you gotta let that go, man. You still jugging.
And then I posted in my stories
Right,
like, guess where I'm at, guys? And then they're like, oh, you're at the Phoenix game. And it's like a Where's Waldo for my fans.
No, they know where you are. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Whether you're starting a new routine, making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and on Prize Pick, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops, and Prize Picks lets you take control. Football playoffs are here. Buffalo Bills football in playoffs. Josh Allen, James Cook, Dalton Kincaid, Bills Mafia is ready. Rushing TDs, passing TDs, rushing yards, receiving yards. We're hitting more all damn day. Find your community on Prize Picks. With new social feeds feature, you can share Prize Picks with friends, copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups you like, use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow Prize Picks partners like yours truly and tail or fade our picks with just one click. New feature alert, Prize Picks has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings early before the game even finishes. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just download the Prize Pick app today. Use code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Hold on, you got a video of me?
Out of video of you? Yeah. I talk about, wait, let me see.
What you talking about in the video?
I talk about, so usually if I talk about anything that's going on, my thing to talk about is I'll use whatever's going on in society at the time.
Yes.
And then I'll tie it to something historical. So a lot of times, so one of the things that I point to, like if I was to create something about you, I would create something about the irony of somebody being on the cusp of getting all the things they deserve, and then magically
it disappears.
It disappears because all of a sudden, these things about this person comes about. You ain't never heard none of this stuff about him. Ain't that reputation is pristine, and then all of a sudden.
So that's in your stand-up, huh?
Huh?
That's in your stand-up.
No. You gonna make the next special, but but I use it to move to something else. It ain't about you. Per se, it's to move on because you didn't have the roughest year.
Who had the roughest year?
Bad boy for life.
Oh,
he had the roughest year. So yeah.
I'm in the top 5.
No, yeah, that's why you made it. That's why you made it. But no, you ain't had the roughest year.
Now I see why. Cause you, how long you been a comedian? A decade?
Yep, 12 years.
And you got comedy beefs all over the place. You and Carl Holcomb going back and forth. They got a disagreement.
This is the funny part is I really don't have comedy beefs. It's always misunderstandings.
That's what y'all call it, a misunderstanding, huh? No, that's what you call it.
No, the funny part is we're so like connected in the comedy world, man. We all are like brothers and sisters, man, for the most part. And then, so the Corey thing, me and Corey shared a mutual friend.
Okay.
And our mutual friend, he was dissatisfied how he was being treated. He felt like he was being treated on the road. Because one thing about young comics, they're hungry.
Yes.
They want opportunity.
Yes.
So he's on the road. Corey's on the road. He's going out there, but Corey says he's not ready.
Oh, okay.
So and I understand this is just some big brother type shit. So for Corey, it's like, you're not ready. I'm protecting you from
yourself.
Because failure can ruin your self-esteem and ruin everything. And people remember your bad performances. They don't necessarily remember your good ones.
Okay.
They always remember. So I understood the concept, but he came to me and he was disappointed. And I was like, yo, I'll take you on the road. So I took him on the road. And it was clear he didn't have like road etiquette. So we would be out like you got a team. Mm-hmm. Everybody on the team represents you.
Correct. That is correct.
If they do anything,
It's me.
it's Shannon. Mm-hmm. They don't even think.
They don't even mention it. Yeah.
They don't even mention their name.
Yeah.
And he was still moving as an individual on my tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. To the point where, we constantly kept bumping heads. And then he had one night where things really went left and I had enough. And
you sent him home?
I suspended him indefinitely. And
See, you could have just listened to Corey and then everything would have been okay.
but the thing was, Corey is still like a big brother to him. Mm-hmm. So I believe, and I never got to know if this is real or not because me and Corey didn't talk. We squashed it or whatever, but we ain't really talked. But I could tell by the podcast that he was telling Corey. So I'll give you an example. So after I suspended him, I was going to take women comics out on the road because I felt like they were lacking opportunity. Mm-hmm. And I was in Ontario, California.
Okay.
And one of the ladies that I had on the show, one didn't show up, one showed up late.
Damn.
Yeah. So there's a transgender comic by the name of Pink Fox.
Okay.
It's my dog. Fox was there.
So you like, come on.
Come on, Fox. Get on. Thank you. Save me. I got a host.
Okay.
And he was there. He was like, Dad, you ain't asked me to go up or whatever. He was like, yo, my mom here, my sister here, like whatever. And I'm like, them being here doesn't leverage anything.
Correct.
Because you got to learn from your mistakes. You still suspended.
Right.
And then I was preparing for my special, so I was doing all these shows in the House of Blues around the country, mm-hmm. and I did House of Blues in Houston. And then he showed up in Houston, and he was wanting to go up, and I didn't let him go up.
No, you suspended.
You suspended.
If you suspended, you don't get to come to work.
So he kept telling Corey about the times he's coming out and I'm not letting him up and who I'm letting up instead of him.
But did he ever tell Corey that you had suspended him?
I have no idea.
Oh.
So I'm watching and it looks like Corey is like trying to defend him, but also is like talking crazy about me. And I'm like, that's cool. He's sitting right there. He'll clear it up. And he sat there week after week after week and did not deny anything Corey said, even though he knew it was all lies. Heartbroken, dog. That hurt me. That hurt me for real. It was, so when everybody was watching it like, oh, they beefing, I ain't care nothing about what Corey was talking about. And I'm like, bro, you my brother. You know he lying. You know the things he's saying is not true. You know what happened between us.
So in other words, they're making it seem like you gatekeeping, like you trying to prevent him from getting on stage, from shining.
Like I'm doing him wrong. And I'm like, bro. And then Corey, go to his Ryan's gay. And he was like, he rolled with the transgender comedian or whatever they probably dealing with. That's the go-to. And I was like, the funny part is, out of that whole scenario, the only person who didn't switch up on me was the trans. How ironic is that? The only person who didn't switch sides on me. So it was so. So
have you had a conversation with Corey?
We squashed it long ago. He called. It was a three-way call between us, and it ended up getting squashed. And then they ended up falling out.
But did he ever tell Corey, I was moving in a way that wasn't beneficial for this man? Because when we're on the road, if I'm headlining the tour, and if he's headlining the tour and he brought me along, anything that goes sideways is on him. And I was moving not in the best interest of Ryan.
Okay, so you're a little brother.
Yeah.
Does the little brother always see what the big brother sees for him? You see what I'm saying?
No.
So I think I looked like a hurdle to him instead of somebody who was trying to teach him. And it's so funny because he got his career picked up enough to where he was going out on the road, and then he would come to me and tell me about his road experiences and things, and I wouldn't say anything, but I would laugh because I would listen to him dealing with him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he would be talking to me and not even understanding.
Not understand that, bro, this was you.
You're describing you. But, you know, he's still, and some people will hear this story and be like, yo, dag, bro, I'd never deal with dude again. But you got to understand the type of person I am. This person moved from where they came from across country to make it. And then right now, their career, they found a pathway to their career, and it's ascending more than they ever did. They're responsible for themselves, their mom, their sister, all of these things. And if in this one moment of defending me, it can set back all the years of work that you've done, that's a hard position for some people.
Yes.
And some people go, well, that's not really loyal. You don't know how you will respond in these situations. I don't know the type of pressure he was dealing with sitting there. It could have been killing him not saying nothing.
Right.
You know, he had to go live with that and sit with that or whatever.
Yes.
It affected our relationship.
Right.
It affects it to this day, but that's always going to be my brother.
Right.
You know, and, you know, I try not to, you know, as people grow, I try to be like, hey, okay, he'll, you know, one day we'll have a conversation later whenever he's in a certain, because I think you just have to get in certain shoes. Mm-hmm. You know, you've been everything. You were the rookie, you were the veteran, you did the big contract, and you did the, you know, now you're the guy with the expectations. When you're in the Ravens, this is our primary target on the offense.
Right.
You know, and if the Ravens you is talking to rookie y'all ain't even.
No, we two different people.
You're two different people.
Right.
So you know, part of me being older is understanding that he had some growing to do, and whenever he grows to a certain point, we'll revisit that conversation and he'll be able to accept it better.
Right. After watching a close friend go through a loss a few years back, I saw how quickly grief can turn to financial stress. No one deserves that feeling I saw him feel, and I mean no one. No matter what I offered to help, it wasn't enough. I promised my family I would never make them feel the same way my buddy felt. Trust me, that experience of watching a close friend go through financial stress while grieving changed how I think about protecting my family. Life insurance isn't about expecting the worst, but it's about making sure the people that you love are supported no matter what. That's why we at Club Shay Shay recommend life insurance through Ethos. Ethos makes life insurance fast and easy, 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and the same day coverage. How much easier can protecting your loved ones get? There's no medical exam. You just answer a few simple health questions. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos now by going to ethos.com/Shay Shay. In as little as 10 minutes, you can get a free quote and up to $3 million in coverage at ethos.com/Shay Shay. That's ethos.com/Shay Shay. Again, that's ethos.com/Shay Shay. Application times and rates may vary. You and Faison had a situation. How so many people beef with Faison?
Oh, man, this is the thing about Faison, man. Me and Faison didn't really have beef. That's
a misunderstanding, my bad.
No. But Faison likes me.
He like you now?
He always liked me. The thing about Faison, it's his delivery. It's so, soon as Faison talk about anybody, they go, oh, he don't like him. That's not what it is. He's just, his tone is real negative. His delivery is real negative. But he was trying to look out for me.
Okay.
The delivery was so bad. People were like, dag, Faison talking junk about you, but he really wasn't.
So Faison cool?
Faison is cool. The thing with Faison is, I think people don't understand his perspective.
Okay.
Faison, he was there for Def Comedy Jam. He was there for Friday. He's been in hit movies. He did sitcoms. Parenthood was a successful show. Mm-hmm. He's seen all part of what this industry is.
Yes.
And so he's very knowledgeable about what it is, but it's shifted.
Yeah.
So
it's a whole different, from when he started to where it is now, it's not
a whole different thing. So the things he'll say stuff that's true, but it's not.
It's
our
not true in
truth.
today's time.
It's not true in today's time, and it would actually benefit my generation to learn some of what he's talking about to be able to, utilize it today. But he would have to understand that things have changed a whole lot since then.
Right.
But I think it's just a generational thing, and that will always be a thing.
It is.
It will always be.
There's
a thing.
a gap. It's kind of like now.
Yeah.
But I get it. Ali Sadiq, I had Ali, and he's great. He actually put your special on his page.
Listen, can't nobody tell me nothing about Ali Sadiq. I flip every table. I cuss everybody out. You gonna have to fight me about Ali. That's my brother.
Hey, the thing is with him, you know exactly where you stand with him.
Listen,
it ain't no misunderstanding. Like, man, I want
none. That's what I'm saying. You see, we talk about me having misunderstandings.
Yeah.
I ain't got no misunderstanding with Ali Sadiq. Me and Ali Sadiq.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not that hard to understand
Right.
if you were straightforward person. So the thing is, Ali. So me and Ali, people don't know how far back my special goes. My special just dropped. We shot it in 2023, back when he shot Domino Effect.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, that's how long ago it was. Me and him. Like, so he called me, he was like, got me one. He was like, Ryan, I'm telling you. And Ali isn't shy about how good he is. He knows he's good. And he was like, this might be my best work today, to date. And I was like, Ali, Mexican got on boots is crazy. He was like, it's the best work. Yeah. And then when Domino Effect dropped, I watched it, I was like, he's out of here. He's out of here. It's one of the best specials I've seen in 20 years. Yeah, it's phenomenal. And then he was like, I'm waiting on you. When yours coming? And I was like, we shot it. And then like he was with me. I kept talking to him about all the like stuff I was running into, man, all of the ups and downs and how difficult it was for me. And then even if I was wanting to follow his blueprint and take it to my YouTube, I lost my YouTube page.
How you lose?
Lost the YouTube, not lost it like that. Lost the email address.
Right.
So we tried everything. I went through agents. I went through people who worked at YouTube. Everything. Just kept getting this runaround and everything. And then I dropped it on Patreon, and it did really well. And Ali and him talked about it, and I was wanting it there on Ali. I wanted to work with my brother, but I didn't know if he would be up to it.
Right.
So, and then we talked about it, and he was like, nah, I think this is
the move.
This is the move. And it was so easy. It was so easy. He came to me, he was like, this is the deal. It was like, what do you think about that? I was like, I accept the deal. The thing about me is collaboration is collaboration. Mm-hmm. Too many times people like to have offers about like too much conversation about the split. I don't care nothing about that. I got this body of work that I think
that I want to put out.
That I want to put out that I think is phenomenal. You have an audience that you have curated that likes stand-up comedy. I have an audience to also add to this audience. Let's make this and we both have had our run-ins with the industry not respecting great art, where it's just about like how many people you can move. And it's not about how great the body of work is. And so I had offers. There's this idea that I didn't have nowhere to take it or nobody wanted it or not. No. Like there were plenty of people who saw the value in it. But I understood.
But you also understood the value in it.
I did understand the value in it. When I made the announcement that I was just going to keep it to myself, Dave Chappelle texted me and was like, this is how you do that. And that's when I knew I was making the right decision, because I was like, so I know it's getting around and it's being seen, because how did it hit your desk? So I was like, all right. So that was when I put it on Patreon initially. Yeah. When I moved to Ali Sadiq, that's when I was like, And me and Ali have always respected each other and respected our crafts. But it's a perfect marriage of people who love this, respect this, and respect each other, and want to see not only the art but our people grow and thrive in this. Yeah. So it's like, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I want to be able to do for others what Ali has done for me.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that we want you to do well. We just don't want you to do better than us.
Yeah.
Because then if you do better than us, man, the first thing, I put him on.
Yeah. Ali don't ever do that.
Wow.
He don't never do that.
So you recoup your investment.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah. But, and that's the thing about the whole comedy beef thing, right? Like when you say I bump heads with people, I got so much help on this journey. This is literally what the journey looked like. It was, first we went to Shop Me. It was people, they were like, I don't know, whatever. All right, so like, we'll shoot the special ourselves. The day I decided to shoot the special myself, started to have the conversations, I was walking in LA, ran into Matt Rife.
Damn.
Yeah, Matt Rife was like, I got 2 specials on YouTube that I shot or whatever. I can walk you through it, tell you all the things. Here's my information, boom, boom, boom. You know, because we beef it out here. So he did that. Ali walked me through, told me how he did his. And then I was like, okay, so I'm gonna shoot. I need somebody to do. So I went and performed. My manager had been introduced me to Royale Watkins. Royale Watkins directs a lot of Mike Epps specials for Netflix. So he knows, he know
all the people to get that you need to set up and everything.
Everything, right? He was like, he started flying out to different cities to watch my set. He was like, yeah, this is something special. Let's do it. And we worked together. And then my manager, Drew Tillman, he introduced me to Chris Burns over at Live Nation. Chris Burns at Live Nation was like, I've seen you work. I'm like, we became cool, we became friends, and he appreciates my comedy. So he was like, yeah. So he set me up with Live Nation to start doing the House of Blues.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so now I'm getting theater work. I can prepare for this special. But I was like, I don't sell enough tickets to do theaters everywhere though. So I ain't gonna get as much run as I can. Phone rang. Hey, Ryan, it's Jill Scott. I was wanting to do comedy for my opening act for the 20th anniversary of my first album. And this is where the funny part about me and the whole like imposter syndrome, I was like, that's dope, Jill. You should get a comedian to do that. You should, whoever. I know some people who I know she was sitting on the other side of the phone like, this boy's so dumb.
I called you.
It took me 10 minutes to realize she was asking me to do it. But she put me on the road with her and I did like 10, 12 cities with her. So now I'm getting all the reps, right? And then I'm like, but I gotta rock in front of a music audience. I don't know how to rock in front of a music audience. Call Roy Wood Jr. He was like, this is how you do that. So this idea that people don't help each other, I had help every step of the way. When it came time, a comedian walked it into Netflix. A comedian that Netflix rocks with was putting themselves on as an executive producer and walked it through the door. So my agent sent it and this comedian walked it through. Wow. Yeah. So this whole idea that we're beefing or whatever, and then whenever they were watching it, and I was like, okay, if they accept it, I don't even know how to handle the deal or whatever. Chico Bean gave me advice on how to handle the deal. Matt Rife gave me advice on how to handle the deal. Andrew Scholes offered to take me on his Infamous tour that he had, that was his first deal with Netflix that he ended up buying back from them.
Wow.
When I told my story, Charlemagne helped me. He always looked out, put me on the Breakfast Club. I had a podcast in tandem with my special. It was supposed to drop with the special. Charlemagne was like, nah, there's more money to be made. There's more opportunity for you. Let me hook you up with some people to even grow this. So, and then when I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my underrated podcast, I was like, man, I don't even know who to have on it. I was like, I'm gonna just throw Hail Marys. Call Kevin Hart. Of course I'll do it. Method Man. Of course I'll do it. Gilbert Arenas. Of course I do it. Gilbert was like, hey, come on, Gil's Arena. We did Gil's Arena. I think this idea that we're not all on the same team and we're not helping each other, because people like Kevin Hart and Issa Rae had talked about it. People sit on their ass all the time.
Yeah.
Just ask. They might say, yeah. See, the thing is, people want support to look a certain way. None of these people offered to post me on their page. They never offered to give me shout out, but they gave me time and they gave me advice. D.L. Hughley gives me advice all the time. Anytime I see him, he takes me to dinner. He told me, one, the importance of owning it and when to sell it and how to sell it, depending on what it is you're seeing through your analytics and timing. I've gotten advice every step of the way.
Wow, that's great.
So yeah, it's a blessing. And the funny part is I can say all of this, right? And when people watch this podcast, they're gonna go, who is this dude? I've never heard of this dude. Because I don't share that this is my story. This is my life. This is what a lot of people think. I'm just some dude sitting in my house not doing nothing, hoping to make it. People see me in the street, be like, man, I hope you make it someday. I'll be like,
me too.
Me too. Me too, man. So, yeah, no, I had a lot of help along the way, man. Yeah. I did. Even this, man, I'm so grateful that you provided a platform. Because when you think about it, there's not a lot of platforms that has given comedians the opportunity to be seen in front of hundreds of thousands and millions of people. And
because
you do it consistently.
You guys have very interesting stories and you can tell it.
Yeah.
Not everybody can, everybody has a story, but everybody can't tell their story. Everybody can't be entertaining. I found out early on, because I like comedians, because I have a sense of humor myself, but they can tell a story.
Yeah, man. The thing is.
And you're entertaining. Because your job is to entertain.
Bore people to death if you don't like, and that's one of the hard things with my style too, because it's not energetic. It's for people who can be entertained by words.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the one thing I love about comedy. I just wish we lived in a time where people didn't hate so much. Because, like, let's say you watch one of my clips or you watch my special. Let's say you don't like it.
Right.
Instead of going, hey, this dude isn't funny, go, when you think he not funny, you know who I think is funny? Go watch their stuff. Go comment on their stuff. Go give them the engagement instead of hating on.
Oh, and so instead of being negative towards me, somebody that you do like, go be positive for them.
Go support them. The negative, because the people you don't like that you being negative, you're giving them engagement. Go give that engagement to somebody you actually want to see win. I never want my fans to be on somebody else's page going, they not as good as Ryan. As soon as you think that, come on to Ryan's page and go, Ryan is the best. Yes. Ryan is my favorite. Go do that. Go tell somebody. Right. Go share my special with somebody. Go do that. Look, I much rather you use that energy to elevate somebody else.
Elevate me. You can elevate me without trying to suppress somebody else.
I hate that. I'll do a show and somebody be like, this is the best show I've ever been to. This is way better than I stop them. I'm like, hey, not necessary. Just say you enjoyed me.
Yeah, that's it.
Just say you enjoyed me.
So now that you've kind of done this and you kind of have the way to navigate the way around, what do you think? Independent or streaming service? Because everybody seems to want those specials. Everybody wants to get on that big, get that want Netflix to cut them that big check.
It's over. Independent. Always do it independent. They'll come with the big check if you do it independent anyway. Right. You do it independent, they see the numbers, because it's turned into capitalism. Netflix, this is, art and capitalism do not belong together. It ruins great things. Like, we're not even going to go to Netflix. Let's give an example of Fox,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Fox was new. Simpsons, Martin, Living Single, New York Undercover, Living Color. You see what I'm saying? Boom. It was because it was just good. And then you make so much money, they left the audience that made them what it was. Netflix, Orange is the New Black, Tom Segura doing specials, giving specials to Tom Segura, Sebastian Maniscalco, you know what I mean? Ali Wong, before they were big, they were just good. And then you gave them a good product and then it blew up. And then Netflix was making money hand over fist and they were like, let's give specials to people who ain't done comedy in 15 years and just give them millions upon millions of dollars in hopes to get people to subscribe to it. When in fact, the way that you keep an audience engaged is just to give them
more what they
just give them good content. People respect good content. People know when you lying to them. People know when you're cheating them.
right.
So just don't cheat them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And too many times it's like, how can we make more money? Well, you lose when you do it that way. Now people aren't checking Netflix for specials like that.
Right.
Now they gotta bring somebody on just to keep the eyeballs, because they don't even know how to invest in up and coming talent anymore.
Wow. I had Country Wayne on, and Country Wayne said you taught him how to monetize, and now Country Wayne's a multi.
Man, I appreciate my brother so much for saying that. I did not expect him to do that, because the level of honesty is what I didn't expect. Wayne was facing hard times whenever he came to me for that.
Had he had not gotten to comedy, he was really gonna be facing hard times.
Yeah. Wayne, because the well was drying up, and he was like, but the one thing about Wayne, boy, if he don't know how to do nothing, he know how to make money. He know how to make
hustler
money.
gonna hustle.
Boy, he know. Listen, like I can't. Like he came to me for advice, I can come to Wayne for advice. But Wayne, if I ever get to a point where I got $5 in my pocket, Wayne, what you do with $5? This is exactly what you do with $5. Right?
Flip it for me, Wayne. Flip it.
Yo, he'll tell you how to flip. By the end of the day, you be like, thank you, Wayne.
Yeah.
That man, and he's so funny and he's so skilled. But this platform is so huge. And like I said, I'm introverted and a lot of people don't really understand. So when Wayne says, like, when you say, ask who helped you understand in this empire you built, and he said my name, that was so crazy to me because I really didn't expect it. But me and Wayne have been tied at the hip the whole time. Wow. A lot of people don't know me and Wayne talk all the time. Me and Wayne talk a lot. Me and Desi Banks talk a lot.
Okay. Desi on.
Yeah. Funny Marco just did a Breakfast Club interview. They was like, who helped you, navigate, you're going on stage and stuff like that? He said, I call Ryan Davis for advice. That's my legacy more than anything, is that my peers respect me enough to feel like they can learn from me, no matter what the level of
feel like they can call you. Like, if they don't know, they're like, you know what? I might not know, but Ryan knows.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't know, he'll find out and get back to me.
Yeah, and everybody needs that person.
Yes.
And the person is never who people think it is. When you see Funny Marco and his huge success and Country Wayne and his huge success, and they're like, who do they go to for advice? I know people would have wrote down a lot of names before they wrote down mine.
Correct.
And then if I stubbed my toe or hit my head or I put out these pieces of content where it was like, man, you shouldn't have done that. It's a guy named Naeem Lynn who tours with Kevin Hart, and he has a show with Tyler Perry that's doing well. That's who checks me every single time. Naeem Lynn has the best advice in the world. That's who helped me navigate this space without me asking. I'll put out something, and he'll come straight up and hit me and be like, I'm not telling you what to do, but look at it from this perspective. And thank you.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Because I would have bumped my head a lot harder on the way up. I know I've lost opportunities running my mouth, for sure. For sure.
You had to learn the hard way, huh?
I learned the hard way. Everything ain't for you to talk about. Go talk to your friends about it.
You said to the mother of your children, Wayne lied. I said I made $20, not $20,000.
Yeah, Wayne. Yeah, boy. What?
Wayne be messing up your pockets, man.
That man said he got on the podcast, and when he said, yeah, and I was like, dang, Wayne, thank you for sharing, man. That But I didn't realize I forgot about his reach. Soon as he said that, my DM blew. Hey man, teach me how to make money online. I was like, whoa. That's not what I do. That's my friend.
Right.
But Wayne, why did you say I made $20,000 off the internet? My baby mama watched this. And I don't use the term baby mama, the mother of my children.
Yes.
I was like,
Your co-parent.
My co-parent. She watches this.
Yes.
She know I ain't broke, but I don't think she know that
I got it like this.
Yeah, I got it like that because she know I make tour money because I'm always on the road. She ain't know like supplemental income look like that. Like, what are you doing? So but me and her, like I have a great co-parenting relationship now. It's so tough.
Early on, it is tough. And you're both young.
Yeah, it's so tough.
And you both want to be right.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
And it's a lot harder to be more right than them.
Because you don't realize you tugging, but you're not pulling at each other, you're pulling at the child.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest thing, but I want to be right.
Her need to be right was greater than mine.
She probably would say your need to be right was greater than hers.
Nah, she can be honest. Like it depends on how mad she is. If she's not mad, she can be honest about it.
Right.
The things like she's just like I'm mellow. She's on the opposite side. So she's a volcano.
Well, that's why you guys worked in the beginning.
That's why we work. Yeah. So, but like we're just working through like getting our custody agreement together now. You know, and I told you I'm gonna be more candid on here than I've ever been. I never talk about my co-parenting situation, but whenever I have 2 children. I have an 8-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter. She's about to turn 11, and it's been rough. I've been there every step of the way financially. I haven't always been there the way that I should have physically, but I wasn't always allowed to be there like I could have been physically too.
But those are the sacrifices that you got to make because it all depends on how successful are you trying to be.
Yeah,
it is hard because the greater the goal, the greater the sacrifice needed to reach said goal.
And nobody talks about what it is to be in this space. I appreciate people like Kevin Hart and others who give candid interviews because you don't know, nobody prepares you for what it is to fly to a city, a bunch of people to a city you've never been to, a bunch of people paid, got dressed to go enjoy what it is that you do. You enjoy what you do, you love what you do, you take that money home and you give it back to your children and their mother for them to have a better life, but the children don't feel as close because you're gone to go do this thing. Yeah. She feels abandoned or feel like she's doing it on her own. Because even if you're doing it financially, you can't supplement time.
No.
And when you're carrying the load financially, you don't want to hear nobody talk about how you not doing your pop. What? Taking care of 3 households.
Exactly.
I'm not doing my part. It's hard for you to, it's hard for you to see.
Because time is the most valuable commodity.
It's the most valuable commodity. So then I ran into this thing where my daughter went from, I love my dad to let me see what I can get out of him. And when she started looking at me as access to like material things.
You were ATM. Now all of a sudden you weren't dad, you were an ATM.
Broke me. Because it was like, I only want to be around him if I can get something out of him.
So let me ask you this. Did you sit down and have a conversation? How did you come to the realization that it was, yes, this is my child, but my child only wants to be around me because of what the access that she has to things, perfume, jewelry, clothes, makeup, whatever the case may be.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because it's like, it's heartbreaking because it's like, my daughter saved my life. I'm not a very motivated person. And when we went and got that ultrasound and they said it's a girl, I knew I couldn't be a mediocre man anymore because it would affect how she viewed men in general.
And then she'd have been okay with that.
And she would be okay with a mediocre man. And I worked harder than I ever worked in my life because of her. She's my reason. And then for my reason, and she was a daddy's girl, big time. Oh, big time.
That's my oldest.
Yeah, she my oldest, yeah.
Yeah.
And to watch that daddy's girl go from, I just want to be around him, I just want to touch him, I just want to sleep on him, be cuddled up to him, to, hey, if you ain't buying me nothing, I really ain't trying to go. Like, I lost her. And it takes a long time to get them back. And so for me, that was the one thing about this whole custody agreement that was like so important for me. It was like, while we're going through what it is, and then me and their mother was talking, and she was like, dang, it's like you're trying to get so much time. I'm like, yeah. Cause that's all that matters now.
Because once it's gone.
Because once it's gone, it's gone. It's like, you had so much of the first half. Just let me get more on the back end.
You do realize that what comes with that, there are going to be some times that where you probably want to be on the road and should be on the road, you're not going to be on the road.
Nah,
right?
The summers is theirs. They got it. I'll never, you'd have to.
Or you have to take them on, when they get older, take them on the road with you.
It ain't take them on the road with me. You gotta pay me to supplement the fact that I'm bringing them with me.
Wow.
If it ain't that,
It ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it because, like, my son, thank God I got it right before it happened with him. Like, I'm Superman in his eyes.
Right.
Like, he was like, that's dad. Like, when he look at me, I just be like, I'm not the person you see. but it's
Like, I got him food.
yeah, but he just, and she used to see me like that. And then my daughter, like, I get glimpses. So I still get glimpses. There'll be times, like, she'll get her hair done or get new earrings or whatever. And she cares. Where I was like, these are cute. She's like, yeah, she's like, she wants me, but there's the fear of giving her all to me and it being taken
And you're
away.
gone again.
And I'm gone again. And how do you explain to a 10-year-old, you know what I mean?
But they don't understand. They don't understand, Ryan, because they don't understand the private schools. They don't understand the access that they have. It's because of you.
Man, no. They homeschool. They don't know. Ain't none of your peers homeschooled. Ain't none of your peers like,
have access to things that you have. It's because
do you know you live in a house with a parent that ain't never got to worry about
nothing.
You know how many people get raised like that? Not many.
Not many.
Not many.
Nope.
They don't. But it's not for them to get.
Right.
You got to meet them where they are. It's just
That's
like
a child, so you got to get on the child's level.
You got to get on the child's level. It ain't the time to pat yourself on the back.
Right.
Yeah. So it's I got to do the work.
Give me your Mount Rushmore of social media comedians. That.
Ooh.
There's a lot of them out there.
Mount Rushmore. So we got to go. Yeah. Okay. Mount Rushmore. Jeez. Okay. I'm going to go DC Young Fly.
Okay.
Got to. Man, I'm talking about went from social media to wilding out to being almost the face of wilding out. Hit movies. You know what I mean? And then 85 South moves on from that, doing arenas. You know, if there was ever a dream of what's possible, man. So definitely him. I'll go DC, social media comedian. I'm gonna go me.
Okay.
And the reason I'm gonna say me is because the side-by-side commentary, especially, you see it so much now. People doing commentary and funny commentary on what, that was not a thing. Like DC was doing roasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody was really talking about like popular topics, political climate, or anything. That was me. And then I've turned I've turned that into being one of the most respected stand-up comedians in the game. You know, I wouldn't want to necessarily name myself. I really do a good job of not naming myself in spaces like this, but I'm tired. I'm tired. Nah.
I'm gonna pat my damn self on the back.
Yeah, nah. I'm gonna come get what I'm owed. Kev on stage.
Okay.
Kev on stage, man, mogul. He won't let me call him that, but man, we talking about a guy who worked at Boeing and then talked to his wife and was like, we gonna throw it all away to make YouTube videos. What you think? And not only that, we talking about viral videos on all platforms, millions of followers on all platforms, made his own network, sold TV shows. He's won NAACP Image Awards. He's put other people on. Some comics' best tape that they have, first television experience, first television reel, is from whenever COVID hit and he did his comedy show through COVID.
Right.
And then it got picked up by Amazon. It's a lot of comics that did it, their best tape, and they get bookings from Kev on stage putting other people on.
Wow.
He's second season of Churchy on BET. This dude is he's just dominating.
Right.
So he's on the Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna go Jess. Hilarious.
Okay.
Jess hilarious.
She was amazing. I had Jess on. She was amazing.
We talking about going from that to doing national sold out tours, doing the sitcom with Rail, now on one of the highest syndicated radio shows
Breakfast Club
in the world. Who did it like that?
Wow.
Who did it like that? So yeah, that's the Mount Rushmore right now. And that's on some OG stuff. You know what I mean? Really, Country Wayne deserves to be there. Country Wayne deserves to be there more than me. It was just I got tired of not saying. But Desi Banks, you can say Desi Banks.
Desi.
You can say Drewski. You can have anybody. But I'd say those five, including me, is
I read that you said DC was the reason that you started posting on social media.
Man, DC is, can't nobody tell me nothing about that dude. Him or Wayne, can't nobody tell me nothing about them. Anything can happen with them in their career.
See them Georgia boys. Hey,
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell
one
you,
from ATL, the other from Swainsboro.
and I'm gonna tell you another thing. Them boys don't ever get away from God.
No.
No matter what goes on in their life.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't ever get away from God. Whenever I'm like, because I don't necessarily tell people when I'm going through it. And I'll just end up running into them or talking to one of them when they go, first thing that come out of their mouth, man, God is, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you know what? And the more I lean into God, the better life I always get. They definitely help me with that. You know what I mean? But, all Southern boys, my guy Shuler King is phenomenal. Phenomenal. And in Georgia, you got guys like, Ronnie Jordan, amazing. I wish people would, that's another reason why I like your platform and you highlighting comics, because the general public really don't know who's really like that out here.
Right.
Ronnie Jordan is really like that. Really? He's been voted like the best comic as far as college touring. And Ronnie older than me, which means he can rock an audience that's older than me, better than me, and he can rock the college kids. I don't even like doing college shows. He's one of the best all-around comics in the world. It's just the world, we don't live in a space that that shows these type of people in that light, and your platform gives me the opportunity to say their names, and for me that's really important. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know if you saw this, but Deion Cole was very critical of Kai Cenat. He said he should have done more research, because when they had him on the show, then they were bringing people up and he's like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is, man. Don't be mad at me because I'm young. And I remember going through a very similar situation. I was the Emmys were on Fox, and I was a co-host. Me, Osborne, Kelly Osborne, a couple other people. And I remember they sent me a packet, because at that point in time, I was at Undisputed, and all my focus is on Undisputed. I need to do this research. I need to be good, get good at this. But they asked me what I do, and I say, yeah. And so they sent me a packet of potential people that I would interview on the red carpet. I had to watch a bunch of shows. So now I ain't watched none of these shows. Now I got to go and I got to watch all these shows, because when I meet these people, I got to say, oh, I love your character. I love this. I love that. I love that. So you do your research, and you don't use, well, I play sports. I don't know who you are. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, what's your name? Mm-hmm. I don't. And I understand what Deion was saying. Now I don't know if Kai took it like that or he's taking it. Like when you go to a space, when you go to do something, if I go do like UFC, I can't I got to do research, and I got to know who these people are. If I go do the Emmys, or I go do the Oscars, or if I go do something like that, you probably should do research on it, right?
Ain't no probably. It's your job.
Yes.
So my thing is that speaks to the era that we're in, where it's just good enough to be there. My name is. It's the clout era.
Yeah.
I just want to say I was there. I just want to say I was part of it. And this is not a knock to Kai. I'm talking about the environment.
Yes.
That we're in now, where it's just like, but don't you want to be the best?
Yes.
At what it is that you do? And that's a thing with me. Like, I'd lose my mind if I was on the carpet and somebody walked by and I didn't know. I'd be like, I failed. Mm-hmm. But that's not what it is now.
It is not. It was such Ryan, it was such a big deal that people would come up like, I know who you are. I had no idea that you know who I was, or you watch my work.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had to cram all that in 6-7 weeks, but still, I'd have been so embarrassed if I didn't know who I'm actually talking to. And then I'm like, who is that person?
Yeah.
No. It's like when you're there and they give you a job, they give you a mic. If you're just in the audience, that's one thing, you're a filler. But you got a microphone and they bringing people up, you're gonna probably have to know who these people are.
Yeah, Kai needs a right hand. I ain't never seen him with a right hand man.
Right.
Yeah, all of them streams, so all of them are somebody. He needs I got a T Springs.
Yeah.
T Springs. If the red carpet's coming up, he'd be like, you look at that packet? You look at that packet?
Exactly.
Yeah, don't go out there and play yourself.
And I understand like streamers, it's, you got to stream 10, 15, 20 hours a day. I get all of that. Hey. But if you're not going to,
hey, go over the packet. Go over the packet with your streamers.
Yeah.
Say the name. Be like, where y'all know them from? Did anybody watch this or whatever?
Okay. Yep.
Should I get... Content is content. They've already, this is the thing, Kai, people pay money to see you hang out with your friends.
Yes.
Think about that, Shannon. Mm-hmm. Did you ever think that was going to be you could how'd you become a millionaire? Well, I let people watch me hang out with my friends.
Play video games, play pranks on each other.
Yeah, hey, just do some work. Yeah. It's cool, hey, bring them on. This is the funny part. Your audience would love to see, because they don't get this opportunity. They don't know that we get handed a packet and you have to go through all of this.
You have to study it.
Yeah, you have to study that.
Yes.
They would love to go through that experience with you, because they don't have access to that. You would be giving them access to that. But and also, it's my thing, like, I don't know if Kai was working that night, because I kept seeing, like, he was in the stream and he was walking around. Was he working? Did they hire him to stream? Or did they hire him to interview? Now, if he's on a spot and he's interviewing, that's it. Because there's two different streams he did.
Right.
There's one, like, where he ran into Wale and all of that stuff. I don't think he was working. I think he was streaming. But if ever you have to hold a microphone and you need to talk to people, you got to do. And if you don't know, it's fine if you don't know, but don't come in unprepared. There's no excuse to not.
Yeah, they probably just had him there because of his name and the eyeballs that follows him. Yeah, because that's what it is. But when I go to an event, especially if I don't, my job is like, who's gonna be here? Yeah. Because when I see that person, hey, I'm such and such. I always identify myself. Hey, I'm Shannon Sharp. I know who you are, but I'm not arrogant enough to believe that everybody does. But I'm the type of person that, hey, how you doing, such and such, blah, blah, so forth and so on. Because that's just, why you laughing? Because
in some spaces, people laugh at me for introducing myself, but I always introduce myself. Always.
Every time.
Once they told me Beyonce introduced herself, I will always introduce myself. Yeah. I'm not going to give nobody the opportunity to play. Like be on some, you know who I am? And they go, no. Go to the back of the line. I refuse to be that guy. Right. I'll go to the back of the line and get to the front and y'all go, why'd you wait in line? I'd rather do that than be at the front. They go, what?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to deal with the embarrassment.
You mentioned Drewski early. Drewski caused some backlash. He dressed up in whiteface. And is there a line that comics shouldn't cross? Or how far is there a line that Ryan wouldn't cross?
For me, research is the most important thing. Mm-hmm. When you're doing something, you got to research who it's going to hurt and why it's going to hurt them. Mm-hmm. And then you make a decision on how you go about it, because you can still go about it and do it in a way that group of people appreciate it. And if you can do it in a way that the people who it would normally offend appreciates it, then you've done it correctly.
Okay.
So I defend comedy over everything. I'm more of a comedian than I am a person. I'm working on that.
Yeah.
Because somebody will be like, you hear what that comedian said? I'll be like,
I heard it.
Yeah,
funny too.
It was funny. That's pretty good. They're like, it hurt a bunch of people. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you see what he did? The way he flipped it? Yeah, that was skill.
Is it a line? Have you gotten to the point there's a line, there's a joke that you won't tell, there's a line that you won't cross?
Mm-hmm. You don't talk about people's kids.
Okay.
You don't talk about people's kids. You don't talk about people's kids. Don't talk about their parents either, unless the parents involve themselves, and then we're all adults.
Okay.
But leave people's families out of stuff. You don't bring up, like, I'm sure one day I'll get to the pinnacle of my career and people be like, Ryan, you remember when you said that? And I'll go, yep, I was a very stupid person back then. I was a very immature and stupid person. Also give people the opportunity, like when we were talking about Kai, also give people an opportunity to grow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle's 24?
If that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give people opportunity to grow. Like, that's the thing. I hope, because it's easy to get defensive.
It is.
It's very easy to get defensive when somebody talk about you. Because I'll talk about my life, and people will take a very small window without context and then make up this whole story around it.
Okay.
And I'm not, I'll talk about my relationship with my mother and how it's estranged or whatever. And then I'll talk about the things she dealt with being married to my father. And their relationship. And they'll be like, oh, your mother was a victim, have some grace. I was like, I do. I even did a Vlad interview where I said, because my parents had a age gap that was inappropriate. And I said, I would give my life and not be here if that meant my mother could be protected and could have her childhood back so she wouldn't have the demons that she has to live with. No one sees that interview. They see the interview where I say we don't talk much because of that, and then I talk about what she's been through. No one ever goes, the reason he's discussing what she's been through, because he understands it's because of what she's been through that he doesn't hold it against them. Because people will view your life through their trauma lens. And I'm learning that being a public figure, that once you say something and you allow yourself to be seen that way, they're going to have opinions.
They're going to have opinion of it.
And that's why I never did it before.
Right.
You know, I never did it before. Charlie Murphy actually told me that. I was sitting with him, man, amazing guy. But he said Eddie told him that. He said, once you talk about your life, you give people the license to comment on it. So he said Eddie didn't talk about his life, and that's why he don't talk about his life. And he was like, so if you're going to talk about your life, be ready for what comes with that. He taught me that over a decade ago. And he didn't even know who I was. He didn't even know. He was just
having casual conversation.
Casual conversation.
It's interesting. It's like people post stuff, and then when people comment,
yeah,
well, you posted it.
Yeah, yeah. And people have to understand, most people are dumb. So whenever you post something, there are people who are dedicated to misunderstanding what it is that you're saying.
People looking to be upset about something.
They are dedicated to misunderstanding it. They have no desire to get what you mean.
When did this happen? When did me going to the store offend you, upset you? Oh, look at him. He going there. He going into Whole Foods, paying all that money. He could get the same stuff.
What do you mean? How dare you carry your dog and wear a sweatsuit, Shannon? What's wrong with you?
What? Not me have a dog. Okay. When I was a kid, my grandparents, we didn't allow dogs in the house. Mm-hmm. I'm not a kid anymore. It's my house. I'll allow dogs in the house. I'll allow my dog to sleep on the bed. We didn't allow, well, obviously the dog wasn't in the house. He wasn't in the kitchen. Okay, I have dogs. First of all, it's my house, it's my kitchen. And what do you think the likelihood was that you were ever going to be in my house at my kitchen to say, oh, this is terrible, this is nasty?
But this is what they'll say. I wouldn't dare eat off them plates. You would never gonna be here. Yeah. You would never gonna be here. And I forget what it's called. It's a parasocial relationship.
Okay.
That's what it is. Everybody feels like they're attached to people. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie. I dealt with it too. I'm a huge fan of yours. So the live incident.
Yeah.
I was so mad at you.
I was mad at me.
I was so mad at you. And then my best friend, Austin, had to pull me to the side and be like, nigga, this ain't got nothing to do with you. This ain't got nothing to do. I was like, yeah, man, but dang, Shannon, man, what did that? He was like, man, you do not know that man. You do not know that man. Because you started doing the t-shirt thing. I was like, he monetizes it. Come on, Shannon.
I think the thing is that you try so hard to be perfect.
Yeah.
And I remember having a conversation with my sister. She's like, Shannon, you tried your whole life to be perfect. And once you realize that you're not perfect and you're never gonna be perfect, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It's hard because you study, you wanna be the best football player, you want to be perfect, you didn't want to drop any passes, you didn't want to make any mistakes, you didn't want to miss any blocks. You wanted to be on time. And I did everything I possibly could. I've done everything in my life to try to be perfect. Only to realize that I'm never gonna be perfect and I'm a flawed individual.
That's crazy. You didn't even know how much I needed that when you just said that.
That's the hardest part about this life, because over the last 3 to 4 years, more people know who I am in the last 3 to 4 years that know me in my whole 14-year NFL career.
And you're arguably the best to ever play your position.
And Ryan, a lot of people don't, when they meet me, they don't even have no idea that I played football. They would ask, like, how do you know so much about sports? I'm like, I studied. Geez.
So crazy. I was like, I'd point to he'd be like, you see this position?
You gonna play it?
There ain't 3 people in the world done it better than this guy.
Yeah, man.
And they don't know it.
They don't.
They don't know it.
And
but they know Lakers in 5.
They know Lakers.
This is just navigating this space then the parasocial relationships is a thing. And I pray my fans don't do that. I want y'all to take this journey with me. I want people to become fans of mine. I want people to be elated when they see me win. I want people to not be okay with seeing me fall.
Right.
But I don't want them to believe that you get to have a say in how I live my life. Don't do that. You know what I mean?
But people do.
They do.
They do.
Because they're so invested. They're so invested.
That's why the streamers do so well, because people get an opportunity to see, man, he go into the refrigerator. Oh, he playing a game. He on the phone.
It killed fame though. It killed fame. I miss the days where I knew nothing about the people you know what I mean?
The real famous, you still don't know a whole lot about Beyonce.
And I love
you know
it.
on stage. You don't know a whole lot about Hov or LeBron or Denzel or Oprah. You don't know a whole lot about
But you see how much bigger they are than everyone? Because it's so important. But the reason I share stuff, and like I said, this is the most candid I've ever been. There's a lot of people who's gonna watch this like, God, I didn't know.
You really opened up.
Yeah, it really opened, because also within my comedy, somebody else goes through this, and they may just need to hear this. It might be I might say the thing that clicks to them, that changes everything around for them. And if I gotta take some type of bullet or criticism or whatever, but I help somebody, then I think that's what God put me here to do, and to give people some type of levity in their life doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a moment where everything clicked for me. Like I talk about my boy T Springs. Me and him been friends since I was 4. He's my right hand. Like I was doing comedy, I was trying to make it, and the Comedy Zone in Charlotte had their own podcast. And it was a guy named Will Jacobs that used to do it, but he was out of town working. And they were like, Ryan, we need you to do the podcast. They would do interviews of whoever was coming to perform there that weekend. And I was a pharmacy technician, and I had to be at work in the morning. And I said, nah, I can't do it. And it was John Witherspoon. I had an opportunity to interview John Witherspoon before he passed. And you know what John Witherspoon means to our community.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Comic.
Pops.
It would have been everything. And I put work before it. And I was at work and I was just like, yeah, slinging pills and like, whatever, And T was like, what's wrong with you? I told him what happened. He said, hey, do you want to be employee of the month or a comedian? I never worked again a day.
You left that job, say yeah.
I literally walked out that day. But you need somebody to say the thing that ignites the thing in you. And so no matter what anybody thinks about me, I want to be the person to ignite that thing in somebody that may change their whole, because Kevin Hart also did it for me.
You said that you've given flowers to Kevin, and a lot of people do, that Kevin was the reason why you started stand-up.
I didn't even ever think about doing stand-up, ever.
So did you see him on stage? Did you watch one of his specials? Did you meet him somewhere? What was it about him that made you think, I can do that?
I didn't. I think comedians are the most brilliant people on the planet. I never thought I could do that. I wanted to be Stuart Scott. That's who I wanted to be.
Okay.
That's who I thought I was going to be. And then I went to theaters to see Let Me Explain.
Okay.
Back in 2013. And I watched it, and he sold out Madison Square Garden multiple nights. He's crying at the end. And I saw in real time what it looked like for somebody to have a dream and then make it beyond their wildest dreams and cry tears of joy, but also see everything that I'm telling you, it felt like I could see everything. I could see his mom not being there, his relationship with his father, the hard work, what he went through in his marriage, what, raising children, traveling to do comedy, coming out of Philly, going to New York all the time, not necessarily being accepted, all the no's he's been told. And in this one moment, I did it. And he's crying, and I'm looking at him going, you need to go accomplish something. You need to go set goals and accomplish something. I didn't even choose comedy because Kevin was in comedy. Comedy just happens to be my calling. If I could cook, I would have went to the Cordon Bleu after watching that. You know what I mean?
You'd have been won the James Beard Award.
I would have had a Michelin star restaurant, everything. I was so motivated, but I got on stage 3 days later.
Did you?
3 days later.
Had never been on stage before?
Never been on stage, nothing. Got on stage 3 days later.
You do realize how strange that is.
Man, I was that.
That's like going to watch a football game and say, I ain't never played football, but I'm going up for football. I'm gonna be a football player.
Telling you, that's how, can't nobody tell me nothing about Kevin. Kevin moved me. And that's all I hope to do. Like, that's all just, words can't, I see you talk about your brother.
Yeah.
Can't nobody, like, every time I see it, man, I hate that y'all be making me cry. But I know what that is. To see somebody, and when you be like, when I sit here and talk about like how amazing you are, and I know you sit there like, my brother, the best football player I ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? To have that person, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like that with Dave Chappelle, right?
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle is the greatest thing in the world, man.
Chappelle is, he might be the GOAT. I mean, I watched him as Tully in Blue Streak.
Yeah.
I watched him as Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie Warren.
Yeah. Should I get him? And to see, because the way he can storytell.
Yeah.
The way he can take actual events. I mean, he can take real events where these and I know some people get upset when he talks about the trans community and he talks about the Jewish community, but the way he can, that monologue that he did on Saturday Night Live might be the greatest monologue that I've ever heard.
They don't understand what Dave, nothing is on accident. That's the part that that bothers me when he gets criticized, because people act like he's doing thoughtless comedy. And y'all got to understand, a lot of thought, a lot of research, and a lot of care went into what he's saying. It's not for no reason.
It ain't happenstance.
Yeah.
It's calculated. He gonna force you to think.
Yes. And my comedy is that way. And Bill Burr's comedy is that way.
Yeah, I love Bill Burr too.
And so Patrice O'Neal's comedy is that way. Chris Rock's comedy is that way. And those are the people who influenced me the most. So meeting Dave Chappelle, 50 Cent did this show in Louisiana, because he's opening
that big festival.
The big festival.
Yep.
And shout out to CH who got me on that show. And I went down there, and Dave came. Dave had his own green room. Everybody is like huddled around. Dave walked by. He's so nice. It's so ridiculous how famous he is. And it's how accessible he makes himself in moments. He ain't super accessible, but in moments. Especially with comics, he makes himself accessible. And he came and said hey to everybody. And he said hey to me. And he took 2 steps to walk away. And he stopped and turned and was like, a huge fan. I was like, who? And he was like, he was like, oh man. He was like, your writing. He was like, you're brilliant. Come to my green room, man. I was like, what? And I told you, I got imposter syndrome really bad. I was like, there's no way he talking to me.
Yeah.
And then we went in the green room and we're talking. He was like, yo, I see your stuff. He was like, I think you do comedy the right way. You're a brilliant writer. He was like, take my number if you need anything. Let me know. And I'm just like, this some Hollywood shit. He don't mean it.
Right.
And then 50 Cent came in the room, and 50, he was like, hey, 50, if you do anything comedy, you need to see if you can hire him. He's an amazing writer. He gets it, or whatever. And I'm like, I think this dude is serious. And then so Like Dave, I was like, I don't have my phone. He gave me his number. And then like when my special was dropping, he reached out. Whenever I went to see him in Atlanta, and I was just like, oh, in my mind, I'm like, oh, whatever. He invites me to go do Firehouse, his club in Ohio. I was like, he just says that. And then when he sees me, he's like, hey man, when are you gonna do Firehouse? Hey man, I told you could. I was like, oh, he really means it. He really means it. He's a genuine person.
Because you've been in that situation where people say things and they don't really mean it.
Yeah.
They're just saying it in
and
that
they're
moment
not at that level. And him and Kevin really be like, reach out. If I can do it,
I'll help you.
I'll help you. And they really mean it.
Wow.
So to like the guy, I never even thought I would even know these people. And they respect enough. Like I went to go see Kevin one time and Kevin was like, hey, I need you to see this set and give me your opinion on it. I was like, me? Kevin Hart. But they know I care about this.
Yeah.
That's why I think my legacy will always be how much I loved it. And I asked Dave, I was like, how? Because he's been doing it since he was like 13, 14. It's like, how are you still doing it like this? He was like, it's been good to, I've given it my all and it's given its all back to me. It's been really good to me and I love it and it loves me back. And that's something I want for myself. I want to love this thing more than anything in the world. And the thing is, when you love it so much, you don't even care if it loves you back. I just love it so much. I just want to do this forever. That's why it's so important for me to make timeless bodies of work. So important. I want my bodies of work. When I'm no longer here, people are like, man, I wasn't around for it, but that dude, that was special.
I read you say you're a pro gatekeeper. What is gatekeeper?
Oh, I'm pro gatekeeping.
You pro gatekeeper?
Oh, I'm pro gatekeeping. Yeah.
Why you do that?
Yeah. Because somebody has to stop the nonsense. Somebody has to stop the nonsense. And I don't mean gatekeeping on some, like, all right, I'll give you a perfect example. Me wanting to be a commentator in sports, doing sports journalism. You know how many athletes play sports, great at sports, can't articulate it?
Yeah.
Tons. Growing up, I had to watch them get jobs that somebody like me who could really articulate it will never get an opportunity.
That is correct.
To get. That's where gatekeeping has to happen. It's like, hey, bro, I know you ran for 2,000 yards in the season, but you can't do this. You can't do this. If we go to showing
they're
people how
going
to
to at least get a chance. Whether they succeed or fail, it's going to be their own. But they're definitely getting a chance.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's just like, and it really takes away how special people like you are. How Terry Bradshaw has been able to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know what I mean?
Because everybody can't talk when that red light comes on.
Everybody can't.
Everybody can't hold a thought.
So that's the thing about gatekeeping, right? Where it's just like, hey man, I get it. So here's a story. How about this? Will Smith did King Richard.
Yeah.
I auditioned for King Richard. They sought out for me to audition for it. I'm touring comedy. I ain't been going to acting class, none of that. And I'm getting the same opportunity as a dude who went to school 4 years doing theater in college. This dude has done Hamlet. I can't even read a script for real. We getting the same opportunity. Somebody got to say, nah, he can't come in here. It ain't just gatekeeping to my benefit. You need to keep me out of spaces I ain't got no business in there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. When I sat there and listened to that man's audition, I was like, why am I here? We had to pretend like it was the part where Richard came back to the game with the gun and was like, turning the tables. I thought they really pulled a gun out on this man on the other side. I'm on the other side of the door, like, what they doing back there? And he came out smiling. I was like, you were acting? I walked in and they were like, hey, how you doing? I was like, hey, that's the guy. I'm a read, but that's the guy. Don't mess this up, guys. I want to see the version of the movie with that nigga in it. But I'm Ryan Davis. Let's do it.
Damn.
And they're like, all right, the gun's on you. I'm like, ooh. And that was my best. Ooh.
Where are you on joke stealing, Ryan?
Joke stealing is awful. But this is, the funny part about joke stealing is people need to understand what joke stealing actually is. Like, people don't dig enough in their writing, and they'll talk about something surface level, and they'll believe other people couldn't have thought of this, which is BS.
Okay. Because all you guys got creative minds.
You think that out of the thousands of people who are paying attention to this thing, nobody else is thinking of this? But like Erykah Badu said, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. The idea of somebody taking something, because all of them are like our babies. Mm-hmm. Somebody is taking our baby from us. But at the same time, if I go, yeah, man, I fell asleep and my girl reached over me while I was asleep to grab my phone, and I could feel her breath on my face. It woke me up. You think nobody else
is ever going through that situation?
Nobody. Man, you hear him say breath on the face? That was, oh, come on, man. You know that's mine. Breath on the face? That's mine.
Right.
And I'm like, and I hate being in those situations because I'll be looking at them like, really? You think breath on the face?
That's you.
That's you. Nobody else could ever. So when it comes to joke stealing, I challenge comedians to write the thing where you see it.
And everybody knows your joke.
Like, if you watch my special,
yeah,
some people like will look at my special and be like, man, he's long-winded. Man, his setups are long. It's to prevent stealing.
Yeah.
You really got to steal my joke to steal it. Mm-hmm. That's the work you got to do. And there's nothing wrong with basic observational humor. Just understand at basic you're not the only person with eyes.
Yes.
You're not the only person with eyes. But I've been accused of joke stealing.
Really?
Yeah.
Who issue stole?
Have I ever stolen? Yes. Subconsciously, because I consumed.
But the accusation was correct.
No. I've never stolen from anybody I was accused of. I caught myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was watching Wanda Sykes' I'ma Be Me. Mm-hmm. And I was watching it. Yeah. I was watching it. And she was in the middle of a joke. I said, oh my God. She not gonna say it. She gonna say it. Oh my God, I didn't think of this. It's in the back of my subconscious. And then she said the joke. I was like, yeah. It's not mine. So that's why a lot of comedians won't watch other comedians.
No, I can understand that.
Yeah, because it can get, but in my defense, like, it was just on a rant. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like I wrote it down and thought it was mine. I was talking about something, and then I said this thing, and it was really funny at the moment. And so it wasn't something I was telling over and over and over again. I said it one time in my entire life. Right. And people loved it. And that's why I remembered it in that moment. And I was like, oh God, it's not even mine. But that's another reason why I don't riff. I don't do crowd work like that, because crowd work, you're thinking really quick. Mm-hmm. So you're grabbing things.
That's right on the surface level of your brain.
Surface level of your brain. How much of that is you?
Not much.
Not much, right? So that's why I stick to the pen. Because if I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna give you me, I gotta give you me. Right. So, but even in my new special, my brother Chico Bean, we have a similar joke within that special. And he called me straight up. He was like, yeah. Nah, this was brought to my attention, blah, 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 blah. He told me not to ever bring it up or whatever, because we handle it. But I need people to understand that there are just people in this world who are solid people, and how you handle this situation. Right. In this situation, you make the phone call. Right. And you go, yeah, this, and that. Hey, this is how my bit went. This is when I said it. And we released it, blase, blase, blah. He said it. It came out before my thing came out. So he don't like, I don't know how long he's been saying it. He don't know how long I've been saying it. But then we talked about it and he was like, this is where I go with the joke. And I go, when I say it, this is where I go with the joke. This is how I got to it. He's like, this is how I got to it. This is where I go with it. His joke is better than mine. Mine is just to get to, I'm actually using it to transition into something else. Yeah. He actually goes in depth with the joke, but we repeated the same words. So it got brought to his attention that I may have stolen it, and I didn't. It's just this one piece of observation. But we're able to have a conversation, and because we're both artists and we both respect each other's craft, we could see and we explain how we both got there, and it wasn't that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's important for people to do that. And I think so many people don't do that, just have a conversation.
Right.
Joke stealing, but joke stealing is a no-no. Big time no-no. And it can happen to you, but when it's brought to your attention,
acknowledge it and
I was on a road with a guy, and a guy did Lil Rel's whole bit. Did the act outs and everything.
Come on, man.
Man, I was mind boggled. Mind you, these dudes ain't even from the same culture. Lil Rel from Chicago, he ain't even from America. Oh, you went to church in the Midwest? Where? He did the same, and I didn't even accuse him of it. I pulled him to the side and said, hey man, you ever seen this bit? And I showed him the whole video. And then he saw it, he's like, dang. I was like, I don't need to hear nothing. I don't need to know if you stole it, if you lifted it or nothing. I need you to know that somebody else has done this already, and they have claimed it, and it is theirs. They do it exactly like this. Don't do it no more. Wow. I didn't run back and tell Lil Rel, people out here stealing your stuff or whatever. The best thing I could do is put an end to it right there.
Yeah, let him know, bro, that's somebody else's beat.
Put an end to it right then. So many people try to be messy and go and run. Nah, go have a conversation with the person. Deion Cole did that. There's another comic who's really smart, Brian Simpson. He, in my special, I do this play on dog ownership. And Brian Simpson did one similar on a show, I think it's one of Adam Sandler's homeboy. David Spade had a show, and Brian Simpson did it. And because Deion saw my special before a lot of people, and Deion was like, hey, this joke is similar. I called Brian, sent it to Brian. Brian was like, but this is the thing amongst writers. Brian saw it and was like, it is not the same. I was like, I know it's not the same, but I had to hear it from you that if you saw it, you wouldn't go, oh, he stole my joke, is similar, or maybe it was inspired by, because it wasn't. When you write, you know. You're like, nah, I understand.
Right.
Yeah, the nuances, context and nuance is so important in joke writing.
Right.
That's the part people don't necessarily get. That's why the joke stealing thing is so prevalent, because people go to it from an emotional standpoint and not an artistic standpoint.
Have you ever been starstruck?
Yes. Kelly Rowland flatlined me. Couldn't do nothing. Boy, let me tell you. I've been starstruck, and then I've been accused of being starstruck by somebody I wasn't even starstruck by.
So you saw Kelly Rowland, you like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm
staring. Shannon and I was stuck. She got an aura. It's orange. I don't know if you've ever seen her.
Yeah.
It goes around.
I've seen Kelly Rowland before.
Listen, it was...
But that's a married woman. You can't do that.
She was not married at the time. So it was the Bad Boy reunion tour of all places.
Okay.
We were in LA, and and this is when my career is really taking off. I'm backstage. I'm talking about in LA, everybody there.
Yeah.
You talking about feeling like I ain't supposed to be there. And I'm new famous. The money ain't here yet.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm famous, dirty shoes, dirty clothes, everybody there, designer, everything. I'm just back there dang, I ain't supposed to be back here, but I'm back here. This is crazy. And then Kelly Rowland was having a conversation, and somebody interrupted her conversation.
Oh my.
Now, if you've seen Kelly Rowland in other spaces, she don't take too kindly to people being rude.
Right.
So she checked the person, and not in no rude way. She just, hey,
I'm talking.
I'm talking
or
whatever conversation. And I looked like, yeah, that's how you handle that. And then she looked at me, and I was like, oh, you can see me. 'Cause I was stuck the whole.
Right.
She was so radiant. It just, I had never seen somebody so beautiful in my life. I was stuck. And dude, like Destiny's Child was good. That group was some of my first. LaToya Luckett was like one of my first crushes. Right. Dude, like, nah. And then I've been accused of being starstruck, which I never want to do to somebody because of how I felt. So Tracy Morgan, I went to go see a friend of mine, couldn't make it to Tracy's show, gave me their tickets. I was like, I wouldn't mind going to see Tracy Morgan. Went to go see Tracy Morgan. A couple of people on his team recognized who I was. We're talking, I'm checking out the show or whatever. It's cool. And Tracy Morgan is Tracy Morgan. So when I saw him, I was like, wow, it's Tracy Morgan. That was the end of it.
Right.
Yeah. I respect everything he's ever done.
Right.
You know what I mean? He is Tracy Morgan.
Right.
So, and then they were like, oh, come back to the green room or whatever.
Right.
I'm like, cool. We hanging out, talking, everything's great. And then they're like, hey, Ryan, you want a picture with Tracy? And if you ever look at my page, I don't take pictures with nobody.
Right.
I'm introverted. I don't take pictures with nobody.
Let me guess, you said no.
Soon as I didn't even get a chance. They said, Ryan, you want a picture with Tracy? Of course he want a picture with me. He been puppy dogging me all night. I'm the reason he do stand-up. He do comedy because of me. I used to do the same thing with Eddie and Morton. I get it. You wouldn't even do comedy if it wasn't for me. Of course he wants a picture with me. I was like, who? Nobody has ever watched my comedy and went, Tracy Morgan. You're not one of my influences, big dog.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And to be told that I idolize somebody.
You wanted a picture.
I wanted a picture. What? Shannon?
Every day you do.
Every day I do. Yo, Shannon. I didn't know how to respond.
You took the picture and just kept it moving.
I left.
You didn't take the picture?
No.
Bro, come on, Ryan.
No.
You gotta take the picture.
No.
I love to take a picture with you.
I couldn't. No. I said, all right, guys, it's been lovely. I got to get back home. I did not take the picture.
Nah, you got to keep the peace, right? You just, hey, yeah, bro, show.
I know I wasn't disrespectful. I was like,
The man said you want to take a picture with him, and then you say no. You don't think
I didn't say no. I said, woo, look at the time.
How long you going to take a picture? Y'all doing a movie and you taking a snapshot?
Man, I just, oh my God. Shannon, I was
Lord
so like, yo, it was, I didn't know how to feel in that moment because it's like, one, we're in your space. Mm-hmm. You ain't have to allow me back here. You don't have to. It is a privilege. Whether you're an inspiration to me or not, it is a privilege for a young comic trying to make his way in this game to be in your space and somebody of a legend.
Okay.
No matter how I felt in that space, this is not my time to cause a disruption in this man's space when I can just remove myself from this space.
Still sure you should have took the picture.
I should have.
You want to do more acting?
Yeah. I didn't know acting was fun. Because like I said, I like to experience people's gifts. Mm-hmm. I know how much, and I believe in gatekeeping. And I didn't think of it as fun because I know how hard they work.
For sure.
I know how hard they work. So whenever I did, like I worked hard and got to it and you do it, it actually is fun though. You can have fun doing it. And I didn't know that. I thought it was serious because how serious I take comedy, even though it's like I'm looked at it, we're clowns. But for me, it's very serious. Mm-hmm. So now I take acting very serious. I got an acting coach. I love her. She showed me that I had more in me than I could, than I knew. And now Because before I always wanted to write things and not star in them. Because I just didn't view myself in that way.
Right.
Even in my career, the social media stuff that I did, I never wanted to deliver it. I wanted to write it and then have somebody else do it. But nobody wanted to work with me, so I had to just suck it up and do it.
Do it yourself.
And that's how I got popular. Right. I was so uncomfortable in front of the camera all the time.
I read where you said you wouldn't wear a dress for $10 million.
No.
Some of the greatest comedians have worn a dress.
Yeah.
Eddie, Martin, Jamie.
Yep.
Robin Williams.
Killed it. Mrs. Doubtfire is amazing. Norbit is amazing. Nutty
Big
Professor
Mama.
Big Mama's House, amazing, especially first.
Dustin
amazing.
Hoffman.
Yeah. Tootsie. Was it? Tootsie, yeah. Look at the, because it's not about the dress.
What's it about?
It's about being uncompromising.
Okay.
If I don't want to do it, then no amount of money is going to make me do it. See, the thought, when I say it, people have these think pieces. What is it about the dress? But it ain't about, it's I don't want to do it. And the dress to me represents standing my ground. And then when you say 10 million, I'm like, okay, if I'm worth 10 in a dress, I'm worth 4 without the dress. I gotta be at least worth 4 without the dress.
I'll just take the 4.
I'll just take the 4. And then some people will look at me like, man, you crazy. I was like, I'm crazy if I pass on $4 billion. When did $4 billion, when did we get to a point where $4 billion was like poo-poo? Yeah. I'm never going to be, and I want to raise my children to be that way.
Right.
Where it's like, being you is enough. And standing on whatever you're standing on, long as it's righteous, is enough. See, in that particular case, I don't even look at it as a right or wrong. It's just, I don't want to do it.
Right. And that's enough.
And that's enough. That's literally enough.
I don't need you trying to make me feel bad, trying to guilt me into it. I said I don't want to do it, and that's the end of it.
That's the end.
We're not trying to put a number on it. It's just not, I'm not comfortable doing it.
You think that I think that Martin is less of a comedian because he did Big Mama and Shanae?
Right.
You think that I think Eddie Murphy is less because he played the mom and the grandma on Nutty Professor? That is those two guys gave 2 of the greatest performances.
And Norbit. I still believe Norbit. People, they bag on Norbit. They got all these, Norbit was great.
Great. That's some of the best performances in cinematic history. The thing is, I can't even do that. I can't even do that. So the act, like, it's not that I'm above it. I can't even do it.
Right.
That's even beyond my capability.
Wow.
So I would feel like if somebody is asking me to do it, that is not because they recognize a skill set. Maybe they just want to see me in a dress. And then I'm like, what is that about? Because it's not about, because I haven't shown you the skill set. I remember when I would do stand-up, and because I storytell.
Right.
People would tell me after the show, they were like, is there ever a time when you're going to make the man and the woman in the story sound different? Because I just would use my voice.
Right.
That's how little I think about imitating women. I just don't do it. I just don't do it. It's not a skill set of mine.
Right.
Yeah.
You said you don't believe in political correctness.
No.
Let me ask you this. Can white people say the N-word while rapping?
That has absolutely nothing to do with political correctness. That has everything to do with how safe you feel in the moment. I tell them to say it all the time. Go to the hood and say it as much as you want to. If you don't feel comfortable saying it there, you shouldn't feel comfortable saying it in your car. Because the way I feel about it is either you stand on what you stand on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I do understand that there's a time and a place for everything. But if it's something that you feel like isn't wrong, you should be able to say it everywhere.
Right. And not just when you get upset or just in a rap song.
Right. And if it takes that for you to say something, then you really don't feel like it's okay to say all the time. And that type of context matters.
Right.
I would never, like for me, if I do a clean set, right? They'll go, Can you do clean? I was like, I can imagine my grandma being in the audience. Easy work.
Right.
Because I would never speak like that in front of her.
Correct.
Never speak like that in front of her. So in my mind, I know that cursing a certain way ain't okay. It's just not okay. It's not okay. How you don't get that?
Wow.
You get it.
Yeah. You did say kids would be off limits. So speaking about disabilities, because it used to be, you can make fun of disabled people.
Yep.
It's not as, I don't see as many comics doing it now as they once did. Sometimes they might do it, but they're talking about a relative. I know Arnett Jay still talks about his brother had Jay on. Ricky Smiley still does Lil Daryl. But is that a space? But you never occupied that space, so.
No, I actually do a joke on my special about my son, believing my son was on the spectrum and then finding out that he was not.
Because he was nonverbal until he was 4 years of age.
Well, we just found out is on the spectrum. They were wrong.
He is on the spectrum.
He is on the spectrum. He started doing therapy and everything, behavioral stuff, and we're and I'm not struggling with it at all. I look at it and be like, I can't wait to talk about this. And whenever, everybody has a day. So the autism is, and when the day came, my set about my son came out, and so many parents who have autistic children, people who have autistic siblings or everything, was just like, grateful for the joke that I told and the way that I went about telling it, because they felt seen and they want to be able to laugh at the thing. That's what I'm saying. The joke has to appeal more to the people it affects
than the person that's telling the story.
Than the other people. Because if other people are laughing, they're laughing at it. If the people who go through it can't laugh at it, they're going to feel like they're being laughed at.
Okay.
You have to make sure that they are laughing at it.
They're laughing along.
Yes, and we're bringing everybody into this world, not everybody pointing at it. So that's why I don't believe anything is off limits. It's how you get to it. Because everything in the world that happens in the world, it's somebody's reality. And everybody should be able to talk about their reality. Everybody. So when you say off limits, I think you're stifling, you're trying too hard to be politically correct.
Okay.
And you're slamming the door on nuance, and you're slamming the door on an opportunity for a conversation and a chance to educate people.
When you found out your son, because he wasn't communicating, how did that make you feel as a parent? Because I think, and especially as you being a father and a son, I think we all
named after me.
We all have these expectations of what our son is going to be. And how he's going to behave and how he's going to do. He's going to play football, he's going to do this, and he still can. But I'm saying, he's going to be this, he's going to be big and strong, he's going to be muscular, he's going to be a storyteller, he's going to be able to write jokes. We have this. So when you found out that your son was on the spectrum.
So his mom isn't going to like it, but I told you I decided to be tender. She's struggling.
Really?
She's struggling.
Why do you think she's struggling?
Guilt. Like, did we do something wrong? Is it something that, because he's high functioning.
Okay.
It's high functioning. So it's quirks that you can pick up on, how he uses his hands, how he speaks, and for her, it's like, what are they saying about my baby? I can tell that's, and it's like, are they saying, and that comes with the lack of exposure to it. You know what I mean? If you've never been around anybody on the spectrum or whatever, you've probably seen the most severe cases and that's it. So you don't know anything. And I get to watch her go through this, and just luckily for me, that's not my experience. Because it wouldn't surprise me if I am. You know what I mean? If anything, I look at him and I go, boy, you weird like your daddy. Weird, just like, and she don't like when I say that. And I'm just like, I remember Chris Rock talked about him might having Asperger's. They say that Jerry Seinfeld may be on the spectrum and things of that nature. I see it as a superpower.
Right.
I look at the stuff my son does well, and I go, oh, that's what that is.
Right.
Yeah, that his ability to lock in onto these things that he care about, in the same way I have tunnel vision about the things that I care about. And people with ADHD can tell you this, the lock in and then the aloofness and all of this stuff. Like, for me, it's fun to watch because I've gone through this stuff mentally. It's fun to watch because now, like, the way I see it is I go, thank God. I knew it was something. I knew it was something. I know I wasn't crazy.
Right.
That's how I see it. So, and I can't speak for every parent. Every parent goes through everything. But for me, I'm super introverted. I consider myself to be a weirdo. My son being weird is and some parents are going
chip off the old block.
Yeah, hey, like father, like son.
Yeah.
So, and there are going to be some parents who watch this and go, why he keeps saying weird? Why can't he use another word? Well, weird is an insult to you. Weird is not an insult to me. I embrace that I'm weird. I love being a weirdo.
You've taken ownership of that.
I've taken ownership of it. It's a blessing to pass that on to my son. You go deal with that how you go deal with that. But me and my son, we gonna be weird, and that's okay, because that's our superpower. And you can tell your child, don't ever let anybody call them weird or whatever, and y'all accept whatever word. Y'all gifted, special, however you want. Me and Ryan gonna be weird. That's how we gonna get down.
Your co-parent almost died giving birth.
Yes. Ooh, she not gonna like this. Go ahead.
That had to be a very scary experience.
It is, and she don't think it's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
You tell that in your set?
I do. She don't think it's funny. Well, she appreciates how I handled it in the set. The problem is once you put it out, everybody.
Because everybody didn't know. Probably only her family and closest friends knew. Now the world knows.
Was the world? And I still tell. Don't nobody know you. When you walk through the street, don't nobody know that joke is about you.
Right.
But she's not a fan of the commentary that surrounds it, but she knows that I care enough and to handle it with care. But what I also try to explain is you didn't go through this alone.
Right.
I went through it too.
Rest.
I went through it too. No, I didn't almost die. But you don't know what it's like to see somebody you love who's carrying your child almost die. And think about whether you're going to lose her and the child.
Yeah.
Or are you going to have the child and not her? And then what your future looks like. All of these things. And the place that I put this is in my art. So let me have this. Let me have this. Because it wasn't easy for you to go through it, but it also wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy for me. And this is how I get through.
That's how you dealing with it.
This is how I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with, and in that moment, and I found the humor is the fear of I was afraid to raise the children alone, which was a silly thought because she's fighting for her life. That's the humor to me.
Wow.
Is that how ridiculous of me to think about that in a moment like this? Because for her, raising the children alone is a lot easier than what she's currently going through. And it also points at I was blessed enough to be selfish in the moment is also how I see that. It's all the emotions that come into creating this. That's what I want people to see when I create my comedy.
You guys do have a special bond because when you were an up-and-coming comedian, she allowed you to quit your job and support you financially.
Yes.
So there is a special bond that you guys share.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, she didn't support you, you made it, she's not around. Like, when you were trying to become what you've become, she was there.
Yeah. Yeah, and she know it. She know. Yeah, I got her forever. I got her forever. And it's so funny. Even when she knows, like, and when we're at odds at the most, I'll be like, man, I can't stand it. I just hate the way. And then somebody like, yeah, and she, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
I can say that. You can't say that.
Watch your mouth. That lady has held me down.
Yeah.
From the, I'm not even a parent without her. I don't have, like, I have a video. I just watched it the other day of the first time I ever did comedy, right? Mm-hmm. It's the day after. I'm reading off of a plaque that she made to commemorate the first time I've ever been on stage. Wow. And how proud she was of me and all that. That's the type of, I remember that person. I still know that person is in that person I can't get along with sometimes.
Given all of that, the commemorative plaque, birthing your kids, how difficult was it for you to end that relationship, or you guys to go your separate? Say we're going to be co-parents. One, two. We're not one.
It was easy for me, hard for her, and then it became hard for me, easy for her.
Why was it hard? Why was it easy for you and hard for her?
All I could see was the world that I was about to go. I'm about to be a star. I'm about to do all the things. My career is taking off. I see all the, and this is the funny part. I don't even feel like providing context for people because people are going to be like, oh, what? He made it big.
Oh, he made it big.
No, we were already, it just happened after. It was, yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's a thing too I feel some type of guilt about because she was this close to the bubble burst, like it happening. Mm-hmm. And while we were locked in, but we weren't locked in whenever it happened. And so for me, like there was guilt. So that's hard for me, but it was easy for me because I really didn't want the relationship. And it was hard for her because she did.
Right.
And
break it up is easy as long as you're not the one being broken up with.
And this is the thing. She didn't want children. I wanted children.
So you don't force the kids on her. Now
She had children for me.
Yes.
And now I'm not here.
Yeah. Like my granny used to say, you ought to be beaten, made to stay.
But you see what the funny part about this is? I'm in my 20s. Mm-hmm. The world is my oyster. I ain't even realizing what I'm putting her through. Cause I'm like, cause we tried.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It ain't like I didn't try.
Right.
But so like I'm not seeing things from her perspective because I'm sending money back. I'm getting joint accounts, giving you access to all the money anytime you want to. Like I never played with her like that. I've never played her, and like she's always had access. So whenever, but that's when it was eating me. What was eating me up was like, I always wanted the family unit. That's what I wanted. She knew I wanted that.
Yes.
And she was willing to give
you that, even though she didn't want that.
For herself necessarily.
Yeah.
And by the time I came around to understanding that all I have to do is come here and make this whole. When I came back.
She ain't want you.
She didn't want nothing to do with it. And I gave her a pretty good deal. I came back, I was like, look, we're gonna live together, we're gonna raise the children together, you ain't gotta work, I'm gonna pay for everything. I'll get you a personal trainer, I'll get you a personal chef to teach you how to, cook.
And she said, I want my personal space.
Yeah, and she was like, and she was more or less like, that's it. I was like, God, this lady don't want no parts of me.
No.
She don't want no parts of me.
Was that hard for you? Because you said in the beginning, you wanted that, she didn't. Now that you wanted it and she didn't, was that hard? Now did you see the flips? Now did you see what she was going through?
Nope, still didn't see it. All I could think about is I lost my family. That's all I could think about.
Damn.
That's all I could say. That's why I give people the space for growth. I was not always a good person.
Right.
And the funny part is, it wasn't that I was being a bad person.
Right.
I just couldn't, I lacked empathy. I could not see somebody else's perspective.
Right.
So like, then like, so it took some growing up for me to be like, because I know all I could see was what I was going through. It wasn't a walk in the park from my end either. She was not making everything easy for me on my end. And I had to sit there and go, Ryan, what is it like being her? What is it like being her? You're doing these things that you feel like make life easier for her because these are the things you would appreciate. But what would she appreciate? What could you have done to make these 10, 11 years that much easier for her? Because it wasn't always money that would have done it for her. There were so many things. There was a certain level of, just showing up that she need. Like, she don't need split custody. She needs when it feels like it's too much.
Somebody come get you. You need to come get the kids.
I need to come get the kids. I had them the last weekend. That ain't got nothing to do with her being overwhelmed right now. So I see all the stuff I do. She see all the time she's overwhelmed.
And she's like, yeah, I see the stuff you do, but you don't see how much I do.
And the thing is, I do, but I didn't give her flowers ever
at that time.
And the funny part is, I didn't give her flowers because I was being an asshole.
Why were you that way?
I just didn't want to give her the satisfaction. Hurt people.
True.
I couldn't have my family. You don't get.
No, you ain't have a no.
Nah, you don't get.
Damn right.
I'm sorry.
You heard it. He said he's sorry.
I'm sorry. Like,
would you if she called when she sees this, and she said that's the first time that you said you're sorry, Ryan? I want my family back.
Nah. Nah, we good. But too much. Too much time. Well, it's too much of everything.
Yeah.
Too much of everything.
Yeah, we not.
Yeah.
I saw a stat that says 72% of the people find ghosting more painful than being dumped because of the lack of closure. The brain keeps searching for answers. You agree with that?
Yeah. I'm a ghoster. And when I got
you just up and leave. You just no questions asked.
So I the growth of any person happens where discomfort is.
Yes.
That's where any growth happens of any kind. I'm non-confrontational. I'll take my ball and go home. We ain't got to work on it.
Damn.
Yeah. It's immaturity, but it's also just.
You protected.
I'm protecting myself. I'm hurting people by protecting myself.
Yes.
So for a long time, I didn't see it as me hurting people. I was trying not to allow myself to get hurt.
Yes.
That's how I'm viewing it.
That's your coping mechanism.
That's why I tell people, like, that's why I'll say in the same breath, I wasn't a good person, but I'll say I wasn't intentionally a bad person.
Intent only matters to the individual.
It only matters to me. Yeah.
Because the person is still.
They only experience you. So that was the thing. So no, I'm very much non-confrontational. And the reason being is because I get to the finish line. Like, if me and you are cool and you cuss me out, I don't like being disrespected. Before I respond to you, I go, is this friendship gonna continue after this? Because if the friendship is gonna continue after this, let's just go ahead and make this worse than what it already is.
Damn.
But if the friendship is over,
let's go on and get it out.
Let's go ahead and get it out the way. Let's go ahead and I'm cool with just going my way. So for me, I never get emotionally dysregulated enough to just throw everything out the window.
Right.
But in that composure, I just walk away with relative ease. But I never thought about how much that hurt the other person. So I had been ghosted, right? Mm-hmm. And when I got ghosted, it left me without answers, but it only hurt my ego.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like.
She changed the number on you?
No, probably blocked me.
Oh.
So
All everything, phone number, social media.
like, so, because I was like, and this is how toxic I was. I wanted to know why she ghosted me so I could tell her why she was wrong about why she ghosted me.
And then you gonna ghost her.
And then I was gonna ghost her.
See, I do it.
You see?
You want to get back.
Yeah, that's when I thought about it, I was like, why do you want closure? So you could just do, I was like, you're not a good person. It's just, so I had some growing to do. That's why I'm like, you gotta grow. So now I always, like in any situation, I sit with Ryan, if you feel this way, why do you feel this way? If this is your response, why do you want that to be your response? What is it? That's the part of maturing. And then also seeing things from other people's points of view.
Yeah.
And that's how you work toward being a better person. And when you do this work, understand you're the only person that know you're doing this work.
Yes.
And whenever you speak, people still hear you through their lens.
Correct.
Right. So like, I love women, love Black women especially, right? So when I talk about my love for them, people get on the internet and go, you pandering. He pandering to him. He just trying to get him. Because that person who says I'm pandering has seen men on the internet pander to them
Right.
to make money or to do anything or throw men under the bus or whatever. And then I'll see something that I don't particularly care for or whatever, and I'll criticize it within women, or especially in Black women, because that's the women I see.
Right.
And they'll be like, oh, he has a problem with Black women. I was like, dang, I got a problem with Black women and I'm a simp. And that's the thing with being fair.
Yeah.
When you're being fair, the extremes are always gonna,
Going out of the extreme.
they're going to extreme. So I just focus on being righteous, right? And when I'm wrong, hope Naeem Lynn calls me. And T Springs call me and tell me better.
Paul Pierce was trending. He said, if you want to see if a woman really loves you, treat on her and see how she reacts. So if a woman, let's just say you dating, she's like, hey, Ryan, let me see your phone right quick.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that Paul Pierce might have mother issues. and I don't know your situation, Paul. I'm just saying, I'm going to tell you why I think it, because it's something I went through. I had mommy issues.
Oh, did you?
And I used to be this person. A lot of stuff he say, I was like, I remember being that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird hearing it from somebody his age, but yeah, because you got to work through that, Paul. But so this is where I used to be. I used to think in order to see, and it probably, now that I'm thinking about it, probably comes from watching my mother never leave my father.
No matter how bad the situation.
No matter how bad it got. My dad just got remarried. Shout out to my pops and my stepmama Sheila. Love y'all. But no matter how bad it got, she didn't leave. So to me, that's love. That's the lens I saw love through. But you know what happened? I would put women through stuff and they would stay. And then I would want to leave because how could you not respect yourself? How do you allow me to do you like this?
You put them in a situation and then you wonder why they stayed in the situation and then use the situation.
Because I would never stay with somebody who treats me like this.
Damn, right?
But this is the thing. Are we talking about teenager, early 20s?
Yeah.
I don't know how messed up I am. I don't know how bad.
Right.
That's the funny part. Whenever like my peers speak highly of me, my OGs speak highly of me, people in general who know me speak highly of me. So I don't ever get if the internet, any rumors or anything come out on the internet say anything negative about me, I don't care. I know it's a lie. I've been good. I keep it moving. They were like, Ryan, don't never respond because it's true. No, I'll never respond because it's ridiculous. But there are some women in this world who do not remember me fondly. Now, if they come out and say something, I'll take that bullet straight to the chest. I did not do right by these women.
Okay.
And it's because of the relationship with my mother. But my mother is not to blame for how I treated these women. It was my responsibility.
Yes. To grow past that. And see what I was doing. I couldn't, even when I loved these women, I could not see what I was doing to them. Yeah.
And man, I remember one time my girlfriend at the time confronted me about cheating. We both crying. crying. And some people be like, oh, you was crying to manipulate her? No, I was really hurt because I couldn't stop hurting her.
Damn.
I broke up with her. And she didn't even want to break up. I broke up with her. And she was like, what? And I was like, I can't keep doing this to you. Something is wrong with me. The funny part is I'm not a good person for cheating. I'm not a good person for breaking up with her or anything. Because really I'm breaking up with her because of the discomfort it's causing me. Nothing about this. I'm not trying to sound like a good person. Everything about this is me being a bad person. But that's when I understood you got some deep-seated stuff that you gotta work out, bro. It's bad.
Yeah.
It is bad.
You saw therapy?
I have gone to therapy. Yeah, I've gone to therapy. I've been in relationships. I did couples therapy. And you know what the messed up part is?
What?
The better you get, the more easy it is for you to see how messed up everybody else is. But now I have empathy on my side. When I see people's stuff show up, I go, that's what that is. It's not me. I don't take it personal. And it helps because once you don't take stuff personal, you see the comments on social media and you go, I get it.
Right.
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's them.
That's them. Yeah.
Have you found how to find happiness?
Happiness, no.
You got this great career. You got kids.
Nah.
What is happiness to you? Because happiness is not something it's not something you find. It's something you create.
Yes. So I experienced it one time. It was wonderful. I ain't gonna say one time, but I remember one time in particular.
Okay.
My friend Danielle it was her birthday, and we went to Panama, South America, rented a private island, no electricity, no nothing.
That was happiness for you?
I tell you, no nothing.
Okay.
For food, they just had traps in the water, and lobsters crawl into it, can't get out. You eat lobster, and like all the stuff that is market price over here, you have on a day-to-day at your at your leisure.
Wow.
And we congregated. There was a bunch of us. It was like through the day we spent time together. We congregated. We talked about everything. They had massage therapists there. We did everything together. Mushrooms, and it was just nothing but like water and peace. And right then I was happy, but also I never felt closer to God ever in my life. And I realized what I was experiencing is the life that He gave us. Everything that we experience outside of that is man-made and manufactured. Most of the stress that we deal with on a day-to-day is created for us to live in. So in order to find your happiness, get further away. Wow. That's the funny part. They put us in this rat race so we can make enough money to not be in it. So now the goal for me is to find a way to not be in it without needing money to do it. Right. I want to get into gardening. I want to be able to work with my hands and build things and create a life where I don't have to be in the rat race so much. Because that was the time I witnessed happiness, where I didn't care. Like, there was no electricity. I didn't care about the lights. I didn't care about my phone. Phones didn't work. I didn't care about phones. I didn't need to be connected to the world. I was connected to the world. I was with the people I loved. It was great. I was so happy. I was heartbroken when I had to fly back home.
Are you a great communicator?
Am I a great communicator? Yeah. Unfortunately,
the women that's been in your life, would they agree with that?
So I'm gonna break it down for you. Okay. So there's 2 levels of being a great communicator.
Yes.
Have I always been great with words? Yes. Have I been able to explain things throughout my life? Yes. But one of the things that comes with being smart, with being very intelligent but not emotionally intelligent is now, because you're scared to lean in to deal with your emotions, you can communicate things, but you become manipulative, right? Because you don't want to deal with that part of it. So I can communicate everything I feel until I'm uncomfortable, and then I can make you feel this way about this because I feel more comfortable over here. And that's the problem that I had in the past. And now because I know discomfort is where the growth is, I try my best that when I feel uncomfortable to stop and go,
stay in there.
We got to stay in it. We got to stay in it. So I always had the skill to communicate well, but now I have the emotional intelligence to do it to really touch the problem, to really communicate about the problem. Because one of my biggest things was I was sensitive. I cared about what people thought of me, right? So if you told me, like, let's say I made a joke about you, and you're like, Ryan, I got a good sense of humor, but when you said this, you took it too far.
Right.
I attacked you. That is not what you said.
Right.
And I need, in that moment, in my discomfort, I need you to say you don't feel attacked.
Right.
But you never said you felt attacked.
Right.
You wanted to tell me where the line is.
Right.
And what you find funny or what's acceptable to talk about you. That's where the disconnect was for me for a long time. And now whenever someone says something, I go, Ryan, what did he say? What did he say? He said this was too far. Apologize to that man.
Right.
Apologize to that man because how he experienced you was you took it too far. And this is somebody with a sense of humor. It's not that they're oversensitive. This is where they draw the line. Tell them that you respect the line. Make sure they understand that you know that you respect the line. And also the course of correction. I'll never do that again. Now I can express how I feel. Now I can tell you I never meant to do that to you. Instead of keep going, I ain't mean it that way. I ain't do that.
Right.
No. You see,
That's just the way you took it.
that's the way you took it. See, now you're causing a bigger problem.
Right.
Because now it's an argument when you was trying to get some understanding.
Right.
Now I've taken it to a place it didn't even have to go. So I'm always working on now. Ryan, what did this person say to you? Not what did you feel about what they said. What did they say? Yeah, what did they actually say? And if you need them to clarify, go, when you say this, are you saying this? Not, you said this about me, so that's why no. Did you mean it this way? Did you? Okay, all right, let me sit with that. And enough people don't do that. And you know where they really don't do it? The internet.
No.
Ever. They consume it and it's right out immediately. And then a lot of people believe that's the world that we live in.
Yes.
Because they're seeing people's reactions and that's not the world we live in. So that's why I need people to go out and start living. We live in that phone too much.
Is it true you contemplated suicide?
Have I ever contemplated suicide? I deal with depression, for sure.
What do you think brings it on? I mean, you're successful. You got money. You're living the dream that you envisioned. I mean, when you map this out, obviously you want to do, you want to be Stuart Scott. But when you I can tell jokes. I can be a comedian. I can stand on stage. I'm a great writer. What brings on the depression that you feel that?
So for me, I believe depression comes from multiple places. For me, let's see, because I want to answer you properly. I want to make sure that I don't answer in a way that's comfortable for me, but it's like honest. With because I'm glad you're the person that's asking me this. It means because you talk about your upbringing. To be the person in your family to turn it around, heavy is the head, right?
The crown,
Yeah. So I grew up in a home. I'm the middle of 7 kids, now 8. I have a 7-year-old brother, but I'm the middle of 7 kids from 2 high school dropouts in Kannapolis, Concord, North Carolina. Whenever aunts, cousins, anybody fell on hard times, they came to our house. My parents never turned anybody away. Friends, family, there'd be 13, 14 people living in a house, in a 3-bedroom house at one time. You take care of your people. That has been ingrained in me. And I take on fights that's not mine all the time. And then when I feel it, I don't know how to go to other people to.
Everybody comes to you and dump their problems on Ryan, but Ryan doesn't have the ability to go somewhere else and dump what's going on with him.
And it ain't even like they don't offer it. I just don't know how. Because they would show up.
Yeah.
If I asked them, they would show up. But there's something in me that goes, you
can figure, you can do this.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it all on your own.
Yeah.
And then when it starts breaking.
That's the man in us.
Yeah. So it's that, or everything could be going great and I ain't seen my kids in a while. Or my daughter ain't talking to me. Or it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
Does she have a phone that you can call her?
I definitely, she's had a phone for a minute. When she not answering, it kills me. But this is the funny part about it is I make it sound so rough because that's how I feel when it happens. But if you were to see me and her together, you're like, she's fine with you. Right. She don't hate me. She's just afraid to let go again. That's all. But so like when I deal with depression, like anything could it could be seasonal. Sun ain't came out in 3 days.
Yeah.
Now I've been sitting in the dark, not eating, not doing anything. It's just like, and then as a creative, like my brain goes,
it don't never turn off.
It don't ever turn. People do not know what that's like for your brain to never turn off. Ever. It never ends. Like I'm always up here. And so I'll do, like, friends laugh at me because I'll be in the club playing Tetris. And they'll be like, what is that? Overstimulated. I need to separate myself from it's too much going on. There's too much. I need these times of mindlessness. I need to put my mind in the shutdown mode. So at times I don't do well with eye contact, things of that nature, all this stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like when I say my son's a little weird, I'm glad that he's a little weirdo like his dad.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna have somebody to come to him and be like, Dad, I be doing stuff don't nobody else do. I'm like, yeah, I get it.
I know. I did that.
Yeah, I did.
Still do.
Still do, yeah. So for me, it's like, so when the depression kicks in, it has nothing to do with success. But the funny part is I never got into this for success.
Wow.
Not for money.
Right.
The money, sometimes I get handed a check and be like, really? Y'all really pay this for me to do the thing I love?
I appreciate that.
I appreciate it. Ain't nothing but God. But at the same time, like, I think I would be depressed, like, if I put my all into this game and people were like, he was mediocre.
Yeah.
That would kill me. But that didn't happen.
Right.
So I got the respect from the people I respect. I even get like shout out to Lil Duval. Me and Lil Duval don't have a relationship whatsoever. And somebody messaged him complaining about me. They came to my show, they didn't like it. They didn't like the show because they didn't understand what I was doing. Which is fine. My comedy is not for everybody.
Okay.
It's a little difficult for people of a certain IQ. I get it. So he didn't understand the nuance and he went to complain to Duval. Me and Duval don't have a relationship or anything. Duval screenshotted it, marked out all the stuff that would let anybody know it was me and everything, posted it, and was just correcting him about, you don't know what space this comedian is in. He could be working on something. You don't know where he is in the process of working through this material or whatever. You just didn't get it that day, or he might just have missed the mark that day, but it's not representative of who that man had no reason to defend me. And he had no reason to share it, to get other people to understand that perspective. It spoke to the type of person that he is, which also goes back to the whole beefing thing. Comedians defend the comedians all the time.
Right.
And whenever like I go through these fits of depression, I always have these moments of brotherhood and everything. Ron G, a comedian out in California, he's from South Carolina boy.
Yeah.
He'll call and check on me. Sidney Castillo call and check on me out of nowhere. Cause that's just who they are as people. And Clint Coleywood, my girl Paris Sachet, my girl Ty Davis, they would check on me in the roughest of times. So I have a community in those times. But when it comes to suicide, I could never do that. There's a certain level of I think I love myself too much.
Yeah.
That I can't even stump on my own foot hard. I can't.
Right.
I love myself too much. Like the suicidal thoughts is maybe I don't want to be here, thinking about what it would be like if I'm not here, or maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe this would be easier if I wasn't here. But to actually try it, I'll never be, 'cause there's no way I could do it where it makes sense for me.
Right. You lost some weight. You mentioned that,
Oh, yeah.
How much weight you lost?
I had lost 100 pounds at one point.
100?
Yeah. I've gained so much of it back, but yeah.
You gonna lose it again?
Yeah, I've already started the process of losing it again.
What made you want to lose weight?
Health. Shout out to AD. He owns this company called D Herbs. He helped Steve Harvey lose weight, all this. Like he's AD the real deal. And he does this weight loss show called I Can.
Okay.
And we went to do the show and we were supposed to shoot it, but me and AD are friends. Said, AD, I got high blood pressure. I'm pre-diabetic. I got sleep apnea. I went to go get a checkup. Doctor said, it's bad. It's all bad.
Ooh.
He said, forget the show. Come early. So people don't know I lost 30 pounds before I lost the 60 pounds that they saw on the show.
Damn.
Like, man, blood pressure was the lowest it ever been. Didn't have sleep apnea no more. Wasn't pre-diabetic anymore. It cured every single ailment that I had. David Banner hit me up. It was like, put me on. I put him on. He sent me a screenshot. His blood pressure was the lowest it ever been in his life.
Wow.
I was able to help my friends. Nate Jackson came to me. Shout out to Nate Jackson, amazing comedian, by the way. He asked he was like, I'm not going to do exactly what you did, but I do want to know whatever. And he was letting me know his progress and he was doing well with it. Health is wealth, man.
Absolutely.
And to be able to do something for myself and then be able to give that to people I care about is such a big thing. And the one thing that I didn't care for in that experience is everything was going so well for me. And at times, my partner on the show, Kim Kimball, things wouldn't go as well for her because she was working more than I was. And I would see comments where people were like, she not taking it serious. She going, to work and all of this. She should dig in like Ryan digging in. Kim Kimball was doing Beyonce's hair for the Cowboy Carter. everything, like the promo shoots, the everything. Listen, let me tell y'all something. If you got a chance to do Beyonce's hair and get paid to do that,
You doing it.
skip the push-ups. come back to it. Come back to it. She was working with Beyonce, Zendaya, and all of this stuff. People act like y'all are talking about her missing out on some of the biggest opportunities in the world. The fact that she was able to lose almost 40 pounds and start to get her health in check while accomplishing some of the biggest things that a hairstylist could ever dream of. Like, people looked at it like I was like doing way better than her, but she was like my hero through that process. Kim Kimble is an amazing person.
You're from North Carolina, and you catch a lot of criticism because you don't believe Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
Yeah.
You said LeBron is.
Yeah.
How do you go back home?
Easy. I go in my Jordans.
Because Jordan's from Wilmington.
Yeah, I wear my Jordans. I'll be like, yeah, man, you like these? Hard. They are amazing. Number 2.
Number 2.
There's number 2 player.
Have you ever met LeBron?
Nope. Never met LeBron.
You ever met Jordan?
Nope. The funny part is, neither one of them my favorite players.
Who's your favorite player?
Allen Iverson.
Okay.
That's why you see these big stud earrings in my. Allen Iverson was a superhero to me.
Yeah.
Love Allen Iverson. My love for Allen Iverson extends beyond basketball.
Right.
He ain't even in my top 10 all time.
Oh, yeah.
Might not even be in my top 15, 20.
But he has a bigger influence on the culture.
You can't tell me nothing about Allen Iverson. You can't tell me nothing about Allen Iverson. You can't tell me nothing about Kyrie Irving. We can move some furniture. You can't tell me nothing about these guys, and these guys ain't in my top. Because my view of the craft is just an objective view. I'm talking about what I'm seeing.
Right.
And what I've learned is whenever you try to have these conversations, it's so emotional for people. There's an attachment to Michael Jordan that
That's unbreakable.
That people who aren't Michael Jordan fans can never understand, because you had to be there.
Yeah.
You had to be there and you had to experience it. And I get it more than they understand. People, and it's so funny because I might get laughed at for the comparison, because people are like, how can you compare those two? Chris Rock to me is larger than life. One of my first exposures to stand-up comedy was Bring the Pain. My mom and dad sat us down because they didn't want to miss it. And when you were young, you watched whatever your parents watched.
Absolutely.
Bring the Pain. Chris Rock he's everything stand-up to me. Everything stand-up to me. I've met him, I've talked to him, I've never told him, because I'm terrified every time I talk to him. He's everything stand up to me. There's people who really don't believe he's as great as he is.
True.
I don't care nothing about what they talking about. He is arguably to me the best person to ever step on stage and touch a microphone.
Wow.
That's who he is to me. So I understand what these Jordan fans are dealing with and what they go through. But I also, in the craft, know that Patrice O'Neal might have been better than Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle might be better than Chris Rock. Bill Burr might be better. Richard Pryor might be better. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I leave room for the idea that someone could say that and I'll have a conversation. Jordan fans don't even leave room for the idea that someone could see it differently. So it's hard to have a conversation with them because there's an assumption that whenever you think somebody is the greatest, that you must be a fan. I think Barry Sanders is the greatest running back of all time.
Okay.
Marshall Faulk is my favorite running back. My favorites are rarely ever
The best.
the best. So I'm really looking at it from an objective view. And it's hard to combat the way people feel about things. So I have these conversations and I keep that in mind, and I do my best with just giving people the information and different points of views, but it's only so far you can take people.
True.
To see a guy make 20 plus all NBAs, be in the league 20 years, and half of those years he was in the finals. With the skills that you see, the skill set, people like Kevin Durant exist. They didn't exist in Jordan's time.
I won't argue.
You ain't have to deal with that. You ain't have to deal with, like, Steph Curry, that didn't exist
No.
in Jordan's time. He ain't have to deal with that. And some people were like, well, he ain't have to deal with Olajuwon. Well, Jordan didn't either. He retired when he had to deal with it. You see what I'm saying?
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, Nikola Jokic, Giannis.
Yeah.
Y'all think Karl Malone was something? Imagine if Karl Malone and John Stockton was running the pick and roll from the top of the key and he could move like Giannis going downhill. The game evolves. It evolves, and it's like, Jordan is everything that y'all say he is.
Yes.
That's the thing too. When you say he's second, they go, oh, you just don't understand. No, he's everything that y'all say he
Right.
is. I believe you. And I believe with all of that, he's number 2.
I saved this part for last because I think I read where you said you haven't talked to your mom in 4 years.
Yes.
Has that changed?
I hosted Thanksgiving last year and I invited her.
She didn't come.
She came.
She came.
We speak.
Did you have a conversation?
We do. And I'll answer when she calls sometimes. She still.
What you mean you answer when she calls sometime, Ryan?
I don't intentionally miss calls. I miss calls a lot.
Okay.
I'm just not.
Do you call back when you missed her call? Do you call back?
If I see it.
How you not gonna see it, Ryan?
I don't check my missed calls like that. I wish I had my phones on you. I'll show you. You'll laugh. Being an introvert is a real, like, I'm introverted in a way it's.
You blame your mom for the trauma that you feel sometime in your life. Your mom had 4 kids by the time she was 19.
Yes. Yeah.
You still blame your mom?
I blame my dad.
You blame your dad, but you blame your dad for how he treated your mom,
Yeah.
but you blame your mom for staying.
He did that to her. Now, how you respond to how you treat it is yours.
Right.
Like, she treated us the way she treat us because of what she went through with him. I have to understand, because I had my first child at 27. I was her third at 17. I wasn't ready at 27. I can only imagine.
3 at 17?
At 17, that's what I'm saying.
She'd have been a senior in high school. You say she dropped out.
Yeah. So, and the thing is, I get my intelligence from my mother. My mother is very smart. My mother could have accomplished everything that y'all think. Like, people who appreciate my mental capacity, double that. That's my mama. She was a child. Her life got derailed. And sometimes I wonder if she looks at me and she see the derailment and not the thing she created that she can be proud of.
Because your parents were married for 40 years.
40.
40 years?
40.
Man, at 40 years, you might well just go on and stick it out.
That's what I thought too. They were like, we're getting divorced. They're like, yeah, we heard that. And then they really did it. I was like, oh, shoot, this was crazy.
Hold on. You help your mom get on a dating app?
That's one part of my joke that's not true. It's not. So my mom doesn't date because she was a wife her whole life.
Yeah. She don't even know what it's like to date.
She's never dated as an adult, ever. She doesn't know what that is. You know what I mean? And I use that joke to really put into perspective how close we are in age. If I was to go on a dating app, I could very well see my mother on there because we're that close in age, and I would not. My filter wouldn't be, I wouldn't filter her age out of my date nap.
Your dad now has a child at 60. He's remarried.
Yeah. Yeah. He be having me laughing. He was like,
So when you find out like, damn, I got a brother.
That's younger than my kids.
That I was gonna say, I'm old enough to be. So my kid's uncle is younger than them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't even introduce him as that. I'm like, hey, this is my brother. I was like, this is your Uncle Keith, Uncle Adrian, Uncle Ty. This is Demetrius. Yeah, so like it's not. Yeah, I don't even want them to even wrap their mind around the way I want them to respect my older siblings. Mm-hmm. This is your peer. Just because he has the same parent as me, don't view him like you view them. That's not the same thing. Because y'all are more mature than this dude.
Right.
If anything, he need to be learning from y'all.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. What? Yeah. So, but my dad. See, this is my mother and my father's relationship. You know what's the craziest part about it?
What's that?
I can go back because when something doesn't work, you think about how bad it is and how it ended. Mm-hmm. Man, you know how hard it was to beat my parents and like taboo, spades, anything. They could read each other's minds. 40 years?
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of love there. I've never seen, they could finish each other's sentences. Mm-hmm. They were locked in. I remember how it ended, but I don't forget about all the love and all the good. I had a great, I'm not me without them. Mm-hmm. But I talk about the bad because I want people who are going through it to understand how this affects children. Mm-hmm. I want my mom, I want my mother. Even if she watches this and she gets upset and she's like, see, he talking about it again. Come get me. I need you. I want you in my life. I have not given up on us having a relationship, but I'm not him. What he did to you and how he's made you feel. I know I look just like him, but it's just come be my mother. Just come be my mother and I promise I'll put everything behind us. I really don't hold no ill will. I understand your circumstances. But in order for you to have the relationship with your children and your grandchildren that I know you want and you deserve to have, and the relationship all of us deserve to have, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go so we can have each other.
Are you and your brothers close?
Yeah, very. I'm very.
Because you smack dab in the middle, so I'm assuming there's not a whole lot of, it's not like there's 15, 20 years age gap between you guys.
But listen, the first 5, here's the ages. So it is, let me see, I'm 38, so Keith, 42, 39, 39, 38, 37.
So your mom probably had the first kid at like 13, 14.
13, yeah. Good God. I know. I get it. I'm past all of it. Just come be my mama. That's all just come be.
Have you had that conversation with her?
Have
you ever sat down and had a conversation with your mom?
It's hard. It's hard. Because it's hard to accept how your pain affected your children. You know what I mean?
Because she was a child herself, right?
Exactly. It's hard to, so when I talk about, it's the defensiveness. You know, you have to hear, what did I say? I said that our relationship is estranged, and it's because of the things she dealt with. And I understand she was just a kid and everything, and you have to let it go. And a lot of times her response to that is, so I was a bad mom.
I didn't say you was a bad mom.
That's why it's hard to have the conversation, because there's a place she has to get to within conflict resolution that she just ain't got there because her mind is what it was. They say that you stop some parts of your development once you had children. So sometimes I'm talking to the 13-year-old version of my mom. And in order to fix it, I'm gonna have to get her past that. But it breaks my heart sometimes when I'm trying and it's not working. So I ghost when it gets hard, you know? Ooh, I can't stand you, bro.
Fix that.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a day
I know.
you're not gonna have her.
I know.
And you're gonna wish you had.
I know.
Tomorrow ain't promised. Yeah. Ain't nobody, he did not, cause we all got an appointment that we can't reschedule. We just don't know when it is.
Yeah.
Don't make that mistake, man. Go make things right with your mom. Ryan Davis.
Appreciate you, brother.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life.